Good evening, everyone, and welcome to action-packed Tales of Istoria, where heroes and villains are made. Thank you for tuning into our weekly D&D show, where we play our homebrew game of Dungeons & Dragons in our homebrew setting of Istoria. So, first and foremost, we want to give a shout-out and thank you to two different companies, neither of which are sponsored. First and foremost, we want to give a thank you to Riot Games for letting us use their music for free. If you check in our About Us section on YouTube or Twitch, and if you see in the kind of bottom corner this little playlist cycling through, both of those basically allow us to use their music for free, which we really appreciate. It's great music. If you're interested in how we're able to do that, in our About Us section, there's a link in there talking about how we're able to do it. If you're more interested in doing it yourself, and if you like the songs that you're listening to while we play our game, in the bottom right corner, you can see what we're playing in the playlists. So check them out. Really cool stuff. Secondly, and again, neither of you are sponsored, but we also like to give a thank you to Arkenforge, as they are the people who make this amazing tabletop software that you use to play our game of Dungeons & Dragons. It's really great digital stuff that basically allows you to turn TV into your whole tabletop experience. The tools that come with it include kind of tools to make maps, display maps, as you'll see. Also like live play tools and everything, music, ambiance, sound effects. It's all really great stuff. Kind of an all-in-one piece of software for your digital tabletop experience. Check it out. Really cool stuff. But with both of those aside, we will go ahead and go to the full table. Hello. Okay. And there we have it.
I'm just here to fuck with Tony today.
That sounds about right. Usually most days, to be honest.
The problem is I've already had like 3 IPAs today, so like it's extra fuck around mode.
Well, that'll do it.
Sure. Well, see, now we wish we had more of a combat heavy session.
But hey,
But that's okay.
when you fuck around, you find out.
That's true. Honestly, if an RP session has more opportunities to potentially fuck around and find out, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, a couple people out. Hopefully, Pat's feeling pretty good soon. Jason, hope wherever you're at, you're having fun. Also, a belated Happy Father's Day to a former player father of the stream, Matt.
Happy Father's
belated.
Day. Oh my god. Happy Father's Day, Matt.
And thank you also for the updated art. He got that knocked out for us really quickly, which is really appreciated.
Oh, so it's Father's Day, so you finally harassed him enough to do it.
Well, I felt bad about it, but yes.
No, I don't feel bad because you asked before.
I felt bad about it for Father's Day.
He's Portrait Daddy.
He is. You know what? Officially Portrait Daddy. There you go.
Ah, awesome.
Still avoiding calling out their man daddy.
That's fair. Yeah.
Listen, daddy's a state of mind.
Yeah.
If you don't understand that state of mind, you're not daddy.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal understands.
He sure does.
So
He's a zap.
yeah, oh, he is absolutely. He's the Zeddy. So
Jason's watching the stream.
Hi, Jason.
hello. Oh no, that doesn't sound like so much fun from context, but I hope it will be soon. Maybe. What's happening? I don't know. I'm not sure what Jason's up to, but I see the so much fun with the straight face. So that's okay. It doesn't sound like it, but hopefully maybe it will be soon. So
Don't worry, I'll kill Izzy for you.
okay. Oh, working on guard. Right on. So yeah. Moving along. Recap from last week.
I legit don't remember. That's actually unhealthy.
It's okay.
Brain go boom.
Well, we found out that they were running concentration camps for arcane practitioners.
I mean,
Are they concentration camps or
They're con-
conversion camps?
They're concentrating people inside the camp.
Propaganda camp.
I mean, fair. I
Yeah.
think it's a conversion camp.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Get Right Camps. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
It's all.
Get right with the wrong god.
Yeah.
Right. What was her name?
Asher.
Asher.
Ashery.
Mhm.
I
I had
kept
a-
wanting to say Ashanti, and I'm like, she's the goddess in a different way.
I had a for a second. I was like,
Wasn't she also like a pop artist?
Yes.
There you go. So yeah, Ashery was the kind of more or less not exactly a false god. She is a god, just a god of more religious zealotry and light, more like the purification of light in its most extreme form. So as a result, some shenanigans unfortunately were afoot, and yes, the place for redemption may not be quite the experience in terms of actually redeeming somebody of ill qualities as more forced conversion. Yeah. But that is something that Mel Pirvada, the actual Mel Pirvada, the actual righteous incandescence, true to her name, returning to Metropolese at the glory that is dawn, shining brightly, saying that ultimately she'll take care of things from here on out.
Like a diamond.
So, wait,
Nah.
am I hearing this right? Tony's running conversion camps
No, I'm not. An evil person was.
Yes.
that you created,
Well, yeah.
To be evil.
To be evil, yes.
that you also control in the game. So,
Yes.
therefore, by transitive properties,
Yeah, but I also created the good person who's going to set it right.
True.
So,
Right.
also by transitive properties, go fuck yourself.
I'll be the judge if she's good.
Everything in that.
it was worth every bit of it.
Thank you. So you guys have kind of buttoned that up a little bit, and the next leg of your adventure is entirely your own to choose. So
Hold up, I died.
that's true, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't just glance over that now.
Yeah, we kind of did.
In honor of that, I did wear my "You Ain't Dead Yet" shirt.
Oh, nice, perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
Well played, sir.
I'll hear no bell.
What's up?
Do you not have Captain?
I do. It should be down there. There should be plenty of bottles of it. If not on the main row, then there absolutely should be a new bottle. Okay.
That's too good.
Don't man
Dude.
look, woman look.
Mix. Fine. Fine. Or use the captain, whatever, man. You know what? You live your
Kraken
life.
too good to mix.
You gotta live!
Yeah. Obviously, don't do that.
I mean, it's better than like Captain Morgan, but like too good to mix.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh, like, well, you also used to have Captain Morgan Black.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
God.
So yeah, Daruk died too. Yeah. I saw the opportunity. I took it. Yeah. And yeah. So,
Dirt died. Not a big deal.
you got that.
That's not problematic.
That's true. A bit anyway. But it's like when everybody in the party's died at least once. I mean, damn it.
Trauma bonding.
Exactly. And now the stakes are real for everyone. Now it's, I mean, granted, they were real before to some degree too, but,
Kind of like we made a death pact.
kind of like what?
We made a death pact.
Yeah.
Wait, so now my character wants to end the whole. It's great.
Well, if it
Yourself
helps.
included.
That's the
You're
true end
taking
of the
self-harm
campaign.
to a whole level.
Soul
I
render,
try to kill myself every time I start a fight.
running right on in
It's a
there.
little concerning, and we should talk about it.
Where's that caution? It's getting thrown to the wind.
I like it.
Still dead. Just throwing it.
Okay, so you guys woke up the next day, fully rested, saw the
Level 17?
no,
Aw.
saw the return of the righteous incandescence, and through your actions, now Metropolese will be set right. So the day is yours.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tony, I would have loved if you just said yes. Not because I want to level. I honestly don't give a shit. But just the chaos that it would have sowed amongst them.
It would have
Oh, that
been
would've been
such
funny.
chaos.
With the level.
I'd have been like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Don't talk to me.
Now I'm
So-
more tempted.
This is a metaphor for combat. You should have your next level.
See, being a full
Nah.
cleric, I know the next level
Oh,
is
yeah.
cleric, and I just have to pick spells.
Yeah, which I mean, still a
And
bit
it
of
gives
like
me the
okay,
features, but you know,
yeah. But you'd be at 9th level then.
I would have 9th level spells.
Yeah. I'm gonna dangle that level above you guys for a while. Just kidding.
Are you?
Maybe.
More importantly, I think at level 17 I can fly as long as I'm outside.
Oh, sick. Okay, nice.
Maybe not more. Maybe not more important, but
Yeah,
Do
true.
you believe you can fly?
No.
not yet. I'm not going to try.
Yeah, he believes he'll touch the sky.
Thinks about it every night and day.
Oh, good. That's right. Because my next level is 100% worthless.
Bummer.
I gain advantage on saving throws of being charmed and frightened.
Well, honestly,
Good.
it may not be worthless depending on what happens.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So, what do you guys want to do? The day is yours.
Are we still in the big city?
You are indeed
are
still in Metropolis.
In
So,
the city.
Joking aside, I would like, because my armor is, when I look around my team, my armor is not flashy. Well, I guess it's physically flashy, but
I don't wear armor.
I am the armor.
Look at me.
If you're oiled up, you're very flat.
Hey, look at me. I'm the armor.
But no, I mean, I just have like +2 armor. Like, so I was gonna maybe go.
How is that not flashy?
I was gonna say,
This motherfucker, he has
Yeah.
like some legendary.
He's just literally flashy if
An
you take it at
artifact.
the literal definition.
But yeah, his armor is an artifact. Yes, you have a legendary weapon.
Yeah.
You have an artifact. You have an artifact. You don't have an artifact. Izzy doesn't have an artifact.
I have a contraption.
You do.
So,
Pretty sick contraption, bro.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, she has normal armor, that
Then I
crystal.
can get rid of a book.
Yeah, that's just her normal. That's her class feature armor.
Oh, so but okay, so flash. It goes.
Kind of.
What's your?
But yes, there is no specific bonus in it.
I have half plate of spell defense. +1, and I have advantage on saving throws against spells that target only me.
It's required.
I believe so.
So only you though, only you.
Yes.
You know what? I ought to actually get a custom item for Izzy so that she can have what would be magical armor at that point then too. And it would give her a bit of an armor boost.
Rude.
But yeah. So
Point is, either that or out of character. How? Because we can talk, but he can't like read my thoughts, right?
what do you mean?
The sword.
As far as you know.
Okay. So, Pat's not here because I would probably go up to him and start writing out, because he converted his from shadowy boogeyman to praise be the light.
The Dream Blade, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think his scythe had a soul, but like a mind of its own, did it?
It was not
It
sent.
did not. No, 100% did not. So it would be a vastly different thing. But y'all get all upset about.
He
sucking
did do that
souls.
in this.
He didn't do it in this
No,
one.
it was somewhere else. That's right.
He did it in Bilva Varna.
Yeah,
In the Elven city.
But it would be.
Because we were joking about taking all the.
The Moonstone.
I do need some more for this mall. Think about how much I could make with
This
this.
flagstone looks good.
Yeah. You aren't using this, right?
Ooh, that actually might be a thing. Like one time when I have some downtime, just talking to him, like, is there any? You do mostly necrotic, but we are doing a lot of combat against things that don't do necrotic. Can you Can you manipulate yourself to do a different kind of damage?
No, I cannot. So my nature was woven from the shadow itself. As such, it is my nature.
You open to that nature, okay?
Of course not. I'm perfect as I am. My design is to rend souls from creatures. I don't think that changing my nature is wise.
Well, that's fine. Trying to think of how we can do as much destruction as possible together.
I'm not a weapon solely meant for destruction, just consumption.
You have to destroy, but it's for you can consume.
I don't have a problem doing that now as is, but more about souls than just rampant destruction, if there's a line to be drawn.
Yeah, well, ideas. That'd be badass if we could just like flip a switch. And just...
To that end, though, I should add, the creature, angelic one, she is unusual. I don't think I can truly rend her soul. I think she's stored within me for an indefinite amount of time. She doesn't exactly have a soul to consume.
So we can't. I can't make you eat it.
No. But she's contained within me for the time being, and I am drawing strength from her, so as
Until
long as
somebody-
she's contained, I still will be able to utilize her strength.
So until somebody wishes it.
Wishes it, or if you were to try to consume the soul, I believe it would have a more releasing effect. Worth considering. I don't think that she'd be released from within me, but her essence may travel back to the celestial plane. So, just to make sure you're aware of this.
Modifies my plans, and I appreciate you letting me know because that could have been surprising.
She speaks to me too, but it's easy to drown her out.
That mostly wah, let me go.
Quite.
Oh.
I'm older than her though, so she.
You can do this to her for me.
Don't exactly have hands to do that, but I will. I will metaphorically.
I'm just walking through town and just being like chuckling to myself.
So, what y'all want to do?
I'm just gonna walk up. Or it's the deer, right? Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna walk by and chuckling. Haha. She's being tortured with the sword right now.
He'll probably be like, I imagine. Awesome.
But I would also probably just let him know. I don't think the sword has a power to end her existence entirely like most normal souls. It's not a normal soul. It's not really even a soul.
Anyone else in earshot that wants to speak to this so I don't have to RP Badir?
Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Do we want to tell Pravada that person might? Maybe she has a way of actually the actual leader of the city. The one
Oh.
who Daryl took the place of.
Sure.
Because maybe she has a way that we could
I'm fine with where she
permanently
is.
remove her.
She's fine. She's not doing anything.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point you gotta put that sword down. None of us are gonna live forever. That's what I'm implying. Not that you're going to stop using it.
Yeah, but they'll be dead. It won't matter. It's fine. I've become jaded in our journey.
That's a problem for later.
Before your journey, you were absolutely jaded.
But yeah, I just thought that maybe she would have a way to make sure she doesn't come back.
That's an idea. But first, I'm gonna go to that leather shop. Be like, show me all fanciest, bougiest shit.
Okay.
I don't
All set.
city, do I, Tony? I think there's not a spot for my people in this city, is there?
I thought there is. Hang on. Give me a sec. I'll get back to that. Just
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit
Very good.
it. I was just like, I think I was confusing this with Central.
okay. So looks like you're going to
You're mini
An adventure?
what?
I don't know.
No. Practical garments. The furrier and leatherworker is a log-style cabin with a blue shingle roof and a scuffed hardwood floor. Inside contains several wrought iron wall sconces, providing a nice, warm illumination to the room, with many hunting trophies taxidermied along the walls. Inside, there's also a sizable brick fireplace near the back of the building, providing another warm glow to it. As you walk inside, you see a middle-aged woman. She's wearing, let's see. She has furs over her kind of leather armor. Seem more like a potentially of the at least former adventure in variety. She's only 5'3", but she does have that kind of athletic build to her, with a long braided ponytail in her black hair, these black eyes, and kind of rough skin. Her oblong wrinkled face shows her years, but she seems like she's quite still capable. So, as you walk in,
Are any of these taxidermies big cats?
I would say there's probably at least a couple, yeah. So as you walk in, she eyes you and kind of gives a nod. Welcome to Practical Garments. My name's Eleanor. How may I help you?
Glaring around the room. Look, I am here looking for your finest studded leather. I had to look at the
I understand. Well, we do have quite a collection. What were you looking for in particular? Any sort of beast that it would be sourced from?
I'm pretty open to ideas or potentially. Why don't you let me know? Sorry, out of character. Like, I don't. I'm just kind of looking.
Okay.
So I feel like you always ask that question, put it on us. And I'm just
absolutely.
Yeah.
I know, right? You are glue.
Exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, 100%.
So as you're like, I'm not sure, dazzle me.
Basically, I'm like, listen, I am an open canvas. Sell me on what you got.
She kind of eyes you over. Well, looking at your build, I would say something nimble but tough. You have the look of someone who's seen some combat, so...
It's only going to get worse.
Well, I would say more of the exotic variety then. So your standard tanned hides and things, I think, would be a waste for you. They would probably be worn out within a few looks. Maybe a battle or two.
Yeah. This is already well established armor.
It looks like it's seen some wear and tear, even of the magical variety. So,
Well, so a side note, it is of the mending, so I can make it look brand new at any time.
okay, gotcha.
I can't remember if you remember.
I did not remember that.
No, yeah.
So she thinks, well, I think maybe something of the exotic. So, if we're looking for something potentially sourced from the Underdark, we do have bullet leather that is particularly dense and tough. Has a particular kind of darkened hide to it as well, if you're looking for something that may assist with your nighttime activities, assuming you may be spending them. Afoot adventuring, that sort of thing. If you're looking for something a little bit more, how would I say, flashy, I would probably go with something akin of maybe one of the dire beasts. Rhinoceros definitely has something that's more, I wouldn't say showy exactly, but makes your presence known.
Probably ultimately looking for something that does not require my attunement, unless it has some. Unless it has some extraordinary feature.
Interesting. Well, if you're looking for something...
Unless, and I might take off the cloak and say, unless there's a way we could potentially merge these properties.
She looks at the cloak. You're looking to combine magical items? Is that what I understand?
I'm saying this is currently. I mentioned it this a while ago and I forgot. I don't know what the fuck am I changing anymore. Ring. Ooh. As of right now, this is my last attuned item. And I understand when I start going into your more extraordinary armors, they're going to start requiring it. So if I'm going to lose these protections that have saved me more than once, then it needs to be worth my time.
I understand. Well, if we're looking for something potentially already enchanted or having some sort of magical properties already, I may need to go through our portfolio and see what kind of beasts in terms of hide we have on stock. Or if you're looking for something that you wish to provide and me to be able to work with, I'm open to that as well.
On the side, is like the actual conversational +1, 2, and 3, is that like an actual thing in the world, or is that just something for us?
Yeah, so typically the way I RP that is you have first, second, and third tier enchantments for defensive magics. That's just the normal nomenclature I use. And in theirs, it's more blessings than enchantments. So they would say...
I can just go second. So as it stands now, I'm already. This is in the realm of second level with a little flourish that I like scratch it and then make it nice again.
Oh, let's see.
It's already there, so it has to be worth our time or worth my time. We don't always RP book shopping, but
I like it. Also, I'm with you, just so you know.
Also, I'm right there.
Yeah.
As she thinks for a moment. Well, there was some Hydra hide that I think came in somewhat recently. I may be able to work with that. If we're looking for something that has a particular density to it, that also may have some restorative properties that could confer to the user, that would probably be the one that I would recommend.
what kind of properties would that be?
You're familiar with the regenerative abilities of a Hydra? I'm not saying you're going to grow additional heads, but you'd have you would have a light ability transference where you just suffer some damage in battle, you have a bit returned to you.
I'm just imagining in the background. He's already sassy enough.
If you're looking for something else, I do believe we also have some purple worm hide, which also very dense, gives you a bit of protections against poisons, as it again transfers a bit of its ability to resist poisons to you.
Is that
And-
anything like a desert worm? Because that was a bitch to kill.
Oh yes, it's a different genus, but effectively the same kind of creature.
Get that.
So the poison would be interesting. How strong of a regenerative are we talking? So out of character, like in number.
Yeah. So it would be. It's basically like a.
Is it like his 1 HP a turn?
Effectively, yeah.
I mean, it sounds dumb, but until you're knocked and you're like, yes, please.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be like that basically. You get one hit point per turn.
Okay, sorry. And then so some regenning, some poison resistance.
And then the last item we have is actually Froghemoth hide. If you're familiar with that beast, it is effectively a very large tentacled creature that exists within the swamps. That has a bit of resistance to it as well, but twofold. They are resistant to both flame and shocks, so you'd have a bit more protection from that.
Shots.
Lightning and fire, ultimately. Both those strikes would deal a little less to you. Resistance on both.
Fire would be legit, but lightning is not. I guess permanent lightning is good.
Now that hide is not quite as dense and protective as the others, but it would give you that protection.
Poison, regenerative, or fire and lightning, which is fire and half lightning. Probably ask you, what do you think?
Worm.
What? Poison? Think poison is that intense?
It's the most common damage type that we have encountered that hasn't. The things that we've encountered haven't been resistant to.
Not that no, that's doing to us. There's armor, not that I'm doing to them.
Oh, defense against.
Right. Because it's armor.
So the options are dark, poison.
No, the options are regenerative, poison, or fire lightning.
What's regenerative? mean?
Plus 1 hit point per turn. You regain a hit point per turn.
That one for you, 1000%.
Is there one that keeps you from being lethargic?
Causing things from
Immune to stun.
Immune to
no, immune to
exhaustion.
lethargy specifically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be.
Yeah.
So that
she thinks-
when I lose haste, he's not exhausted.
yeah, you don't
Or
lose
when
it.
he dispels my fucking haste potion. Ooh,
Yeah.
we need to buy haste potions.
Yes, we do. It's on my mental
So it can
list.
happen again.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Make a note of that real
I
quick.
love you, but fuck you.
Yeah, I'd say she thinks, I don't think I have one that would protect against the lethargy. I think that's more of a trait that one would have to work through themselves.
You're gonna need a tattoo for that.
What about? Are there any armors that sort of keep? Is there a way to maybe have an armor that has sort of a spell built into it, or something where I can sort of cast it at will?
I think so. The nothing I would say innate. Those traits are more, I would say, enchantments that have to be applied, or maybe a blessing. Enchantments would have to be done elsewhere. We don't do that sort of thing here. But I imagine a priest maybe will write a blessing that would store a spell.
I'm not fun of that. We've also talked about armors that are all defensive. Are there any more offensive armors?
Yes, actually there are. There's one I haven't gotten to hide yet. It is currently eluding me.
What is it?
It's a unique creature down south of Agrita Swamps, from what I understand.
Called what?
It's a Krasis. It's a unique creature that ultimately came out of the bleed, from what I've understood. Fusions of creatures that come together. So this one in particular has acidic skin.
I'm gonna scroll through. I'm gonna cast minor image. I'm gonna scroll through everything we encountered in the greatest swamp. This. No, none of these.
No.
All right, we're going back to the greatest swamp.
Where was the spirit spawn?
That's where we fought that hag. Remember?
One by your village?
I think so, right?
No.
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 Oh, good. It wasn't just me for once.
No, the Torrendine Woods was where you fought the
Oh,
hag.
that's right.
That's
That's right.
Yeah.
Torrendine.
Greta Swamps is from Campaign 1.
It sounds
Was that the
really
start of
familiar.
campaign one?
Kind of, yeah.
With the frogs?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was like literally session 1.
Yeah.
Well, why do I know about it then?
Because you played in campaign 1?
No, we went
I was
the end.
Snip, snap.
It's where,
that's actually fair. It was, yeah.
well, the Greta Swamps, that's around where,
No, that's where Izzy planted that fucking seed. She like encouraged the growth.
No.
It was outside Heartland or Erland. Yeah, we were on our way to Metropolese, and she like it was where the bleed was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she planted something there so it would grow. It was like an invasive species.
I thought that was the Dusk Woods.
I think it was. That's
I thought it was a swamp.
What's the website you use for the maps?
Incarnate.
Incarnate. What were you gonna say, babe? Sorry.
it's where, the fort, or like it was located near the fort.
yeah,
that
because I
we-
think it was like right around. here,
I mean, you
'cause
did
we
pass
went
through.
the-
Well, did you pass through there? No, you went around, right?
Oh, it's right here. Okay, so it's near Heartland.
Yeah, you're not far from.
Right, there was like the little island that we had to pass through,
Yeah, here. You see.
and then shortly after that, I think
Okay.
Izzy released the animated or the living plant.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
into the
Yeah.
woods,
How many day
Okay.
travel is that?
From where you're, I think it's a couple, maybe a few.
Wonder if like 2. How long are we gonna be in town? Anyway, so once you get the heights from that, how long does it take you to make it?
It will be a few weeks, of course.
Weeks.
Yes, it's not an easy process to work with something so dense and tough. I have to cure it, well, carve it, cure it, and then begin weaving it together. But depending on all of the properties, I mean, that is one of them. It's a very rare beast, so I don't know exactly what all it has. I have heard acidic armor, but then beyond that,
So, being that it's more offensive, is that meaning when it will? I guess I don't care. Just make it easier. Like, what would that mean? Like, it does adds damage, or I can use an ability to like spray acid.
when something hits you, it takes acid damage.
Oh, so it's like a thorns.
Yeah, do that.
We'd have to go kill the thing. So take 2 days to get there, kill it, 2 days back, and then several weeks to make it.
Do you think we could convince Mil Pravada to set up a teleportation circle and then let me copy it, and then we can just come back here whenever?
I thought you were gonna say, can you just convince her to kill it?
Well, also
Can you just go do that for
I
us
mean,
real
that's
quick?
also fine.
It's an creature. I could probably solve it.
Keep in mind that it would also have that acid damage. And as you hit it, you would take acid damage. This would be a really weird kind of attack. Because, like, if you brand it and it takes, if you take damage from attacking it,
Whoa.
yeah, would this just be like this kind of
Back and forth.
The brand does the damage when I hit. So it's not me.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, when you hit it, so it would ultimately be taking more damage, because when you hit it with your attack, it would hurt you. But
It hurts you.
then you would hurt it.
Yeah, and it.
To give it psychic immunity.
Every time I hit it, just extra 4 psychic damage. Dick. Let's bring an acid like resist potion with me.
Hmm.
'Cause it's 4 psychic damage regardless of how much acid.
Yeah.
What's going on? Lightning, so much lightning. I was there. Wherever we were with the page. Oh, it was wherever we were when without
Well, so that
bitch, you deserved it.
that night was in Metropolese, but it was on our way to Metropolese that he released the plan.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that? I don't know what that. Okay, well.
Or if you're unwilling, I have other leathers as well. Some would be, I would say, more expensive though to work with.
It's a cost. It's a cost relative to the gains.
Of course. And also, the difficulty was to acquire that high.
Can I do an insight for fun?
Sure. Did you want an answer for fun, or did you want an actual answer?
What?
Just make a joke. Continue. Not a good one. Those are my best type.
As far as insight goes, that's a 15.
Okay. I mean, she seems like she's being earnest. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't seem like she's the type that would necessarily try to trick somebody into buying something tacky or not what she's trying to sell.
I will look at her attentively.
Well, there are other creatures that are exceedingly difficult to slay. Some of their spawn are a bit easier to deal with. So, I do have, amongst my wares, some juvenile krakenhide.
Never did find
Who
one that-
killed a baby kraken?
Not a baby, a juvenile. It was young, but not a baby.
A teenager.
Maybe. I don't know its exact age, but it was not fully grown. It was not a baby, though, either. It wasn't some sort of, large squid or anything of that variety. But I do have that as well. But with that, it also would be quite expensive.
And what's... I mean, it's made of a kraken, juvenile. What benefit does that impart its wearer?
Immunity to lightning damage.
Oh, then you can cast Call Lightning on my head.
I was going to say I would like if you were immune to lightning damage, because
Krakens are immune to lightning?
Yes, one of their unfortunately powerful abilities is to summon a storm of it.
Water. That's interesting.
Can I get some of that kraken hide sewed into my flesh?
Just Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And still no attunement, correct?
Correct.
What?
Jason.
Did he respond to my shit talking?
No, something else. Well, I mean, he said XD on that, but what kind of enchantment can you rip from a Mind Flare tadpole?
I mean, honestly, I did see that. Because looking through my inventory, I'm like, we have some hides and some dead animals. Oh, what can you do with the hide and scales? Organ.
Thanks. Well, scales
You're
are
not there.
I'm not there.
the scales are unfortunately more metallic, so it's not exactly my forte work with that. The hide it is dense, that kind of skin underneath. I could potentially try to work with it if the scales are still intact on it. From what I understand, their qualities. If it's in decent condition, I may be able to transfer the ability to be immune to their petrification breath,
Are you glaring at me yet?
or petrification in general.
I mean, Gordon's in the bag of colding, which Vadir has.
Yeah.
I had to ask. All right. Just knew we had it.
Which, while they're doing that, I'm gonna go see if someone can resurrect Gordon.
Okay.
But, you know,
Yep.
not
Yeah, there are priests that are at the High Temple that did not follow Bel Privata in those kind of, or Bel Dardario in those kind of ways. So yes, they could perform the resurrection for you. If you have the diamond piece, it'll be an extra 100 gold pieces. If you don't, or if you just don't want to, expend the diamond and have them pay for it, it will be an extra. It'll be a total, of 750.
okay.
Oh. How many attunement slots do you have?
3.
Like, how are you using them?
My sword,
Yeah.
my cloak,
Yeah.
my ring.
So you are using them all.
Oh yeah, no, it's been a problem for a long time.
Yeah.
Because actually that's something I hadn't thought about, of maybe potentially buffing the ring of protection.
Well, I had a thought. I forgot that we have an Ioun stone.
A what?
An Ioun stone
Uh-huh.
of reserve. And anyone can cast a spell up to 3rd level into it. I could cast haste into it, and you could cast haste on yourself without having a haste potion.
Whenever I want.
Well, no, it's a single use.
It's a
Oh.
single use,
But
so it'd be like a
attuned to
potion.
it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But I could cast haste into it every time it needs.
Because that would be something interesting to potentially talk to a jeweler about what they can do to a ring of protection. But I don't know how many things you can put into a ring. Or
So-
even a necklace, if that gives more options.
The jewelers are going to be making just like jewelry. They don't do enchantments.
You
Boom.
need an enchanter.
Yeah.
Stop outsourcing bullshit.
Well, then that's the thing. That's why I mentioned that the leather worker works with exotic hides that have these traits innate to them. She can't enchant them.
Yeah.
So
That makes, I guess, in my head, I'm like, that makes sense. But then I'm like, jewelers, why you do this? But
this isn't WoW, man.
listen,
Does she have,
tailors and enchanting, like they go together, man.
Yeah.
does she
Some
have any light armor? And also, would she want a Drake hide merchant cap?
I'm sorry. What was that? A Drake hide?
We have a Drake hide merchant's cap adorned with a feather. It's worth 2,500 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
We got a bunch of shit that I need to offload.
All
that
of the
you gave
treasure.
me the gold
Yeah,
piece
yeah.
value for, but like I just need to find the merchant for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I'll do that
So, yeah.
here sometime.
Yeah, she'd be happy to buy it from you.
Okay.
You said light armor?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you looking for? Anything in particular?
I need to be not so easy to hit. So just that's it.
Understood. Of course. Were you looking for something similar, exotic variety of leather?
I don't have any tube slots, so not super exotic. If it had some exoticness to it, cool. But if not, just the highest level of protection that something with blue accents can get me.
I understand. Blue accent specifically. Were you opposed to looking for, or to working with something with dyes on it, or were you looking for something that specifically was blue in nature of itself?
Dyes on it is fine.
Okay. Well, then in that case, whatever you like.
Blue,
Everything that I listed for your friend here, I have the leather available, so it's just a matter of putting the piece together. So studded leather obviously has some extra pieces to it, but it's effectively the same type. So anything that I listed for your friend, you could purchase as well. Just depends on what you're willing to spend. If you have the pockets deep enough for it. I assume with the piece that she's like holding the cap, with something a rare find like this, I assume you have some adventuring underneath your belt. And also looking at your, well, quite simply put, armaments. I suspect you're well equipped. So
I'm just imagining like my belt has like 3 swords.
yeah.
I don't know. Is studded leather the highest level of protection? Would that be?
Studded is meat.
Oh shit! Is it really? I
didn't think
thought
it
it was
was.
scrolling through.
I
and
thought
it said
studded was
light.
the highest of light.
Studded
You're
leather
right.
is still.
Nope, I'm an asshole.
Leo, Leo. I guess that would be what it like just regular leather.
And it has some
Outside of-
studs provided to it for a bit of extra protection, but effectively it's not terribly different from just normal leather armor. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for something like that, everything I listed for your friend is available for purchase as well.
And that's Emily speaking to Tony.
Yeah.
That would be like anything that he was talking about would require attunement. Like the,
Oh, no.
the fancy stuff.
That was the
No.
whole point. Is because I don't have a tube.
Oh, I
Also-
was scrolling through most of the magic stuff and it said attunement required, so I tuned most of that out.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, everything I was listing was basically me looking at the monster manual for monstrosities and thinking, full disclosure, what would be an appropriate kind of ability that
Sure.
the creature would transfer to the armor without necessarily applying like enchantments that may make it, requiring attunement.
Yeah.
Also, not to do like hand-me-downs. I mean, because you said you're wearing no armor.
Yeah, I don't have any on.
So I mean, like I have my light armor's +2. So
Yeah, okay.
I mean, worst case, because you're not as involved in the fracas, you don't need the, you're probably not needing the best armor. But I mean, a +2.
Be a +3 to AC, right?
I don't. It has something to do with her
Do you have? It's normal. Is it normal leather or studded leather?
studded
Okay.
+2. So it's
It's studded +2, right?
yeah.
Okay, so then it'd be +4 to your armor class.
What?
Should be.
What's your armor class?
How the hell did it take me this long?
How would you have better armor than me? No, my AC is 20 with it, so it's probably. And I have +5 dex. I don't know. Go ahead and studded +2.
I thought I could have sworn that studded was +2 armor. Like light is +1.
Yeah,
Studded
studded.
leather's is
Studded
2.
So-
sets your base to 12.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
And then
studded
adds-
is armor class. 14. I guess that's with the +2. You're right.
Yeah.
So it's plus.
Yeah, it's usually.
Oh, and then the
Wow.
ring gives you the other +1. Okay. I was like, how do you get?
Magic
I'm just
bonus
gonna
plus
add this to my
dex.
inventory, see what happens when
That's the beauty of D&D Beyond.
it is very good.
Also, at some point, because they only this shop only does cloth and leather, correct?
Actually, just leather.
Just leather.
Yeah.
Because I have
I think it was just leather.
1, 2,
You didn't.
3,
Yeah.
4 breastplates and 1 plate armor that need to be sold. Oh, and 2 half plates and 4 longbows.
As you start to list all those things off, I have the ability of sending off some runners to sell all that. If you want to offload it here, call it an additional 100 gold pieces off the top of what everything would cost on its own, and I will take care of all.
one of the breastplates is +1 and one plate is +1.
Okay. Well, still the same answer.
Yeah.
But if you give me an extra 100 gold pieces for running it, then
Yeah.
I'll take care of all of it.
Grants me an AC.
Sure, just to get it out of this bag of holding. I'm just
I could
gonna
use a
open the bag and just
shield.
dump
Yeah,
it.
just you turn it inside out and just,
1, 2,
Because
3,
without
4,
it,
5.
give me a list of that, and then
I'm a 12. Then I
4 long bows,
did this.
2 half plate, 3 breastplate,
And then you get 2 more.
Plate +1.
+2, so 6.
breastplate
Still lower
+1.
than.
okay, I'll give you a total for that after the game.
That's fine. What's a black pearl? What do we use those for? Just selling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw a
Yeah.
black pearl.
Okay.
17 is the best I could do.
Seven.
Also
What?
have a
Oh, armor
She's
class.
got a tattoo that increases her AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there is any armor that I can wear in the world that would get me higher than
Full plate.
17.
We gotta get you set up.
Yeah.
I'm not, I can't use
One
it
more
though. I
breastplate.
can only use light
So
armor.
4 total. Gotcha.
You can use
How
cast
much? Well,
spells,
wait. How much is the
Yeah.
armor class of the barrier tattoo?
15.
plus that.
It is 15.
Yeah. It sets my base to 15.
He's like, I
So
fucked up.
17 is the highest AC I will ever have.
Unless you increase your dex.
Nope.
Also,
Because if I increase something, it's not going to be the dex. Unfortunately.
Well, no, the barrier is 15 plus your dex. Oh, max of 2. Get fucked.
oh, I didn't see that.
You can wear a shield.
I can't. I'm not proficient.
Take one level in fighter.
Actually, hang on. What are your proficiencies for your weapons I'm sorry, your armor in that?
Light armor. That's it.
Just light?
Yeah.
Damn.
She is a bard sorcerer.
Well,
I'm-
right, the bard is what I was uncertain
Well-
about. But yeah, I guess the type of bard, you're not like
Yeah,
you're the
that's
valor
squishy.
one. So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, all right.
Yep.
Wait, what's your bar?
I thought technically, I know I can wear medium, but then I lose that dex
Great
bonus.
question.
Yeah.
And medium
Yeah.
doesn't get a strength or anything.
Right. Yeah. So
So,
Glamour.
what's the top medium? Is
Because
it?
I needed healing spells because we
Halfway, I
lost
think.
our cleric.
and now
I would've-
everybody has all the
Sorry.
healing they'll ever need and more.
Yeah, I might have picked a different bard type but
If you want to change, you can. I'm not gonna hold you to
Oh.
well.
So it's half plate better than.
That's so much work to me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And honestly, the counter charm counter charm's just a bard thing.
Yeah.
The mantle of inspiration though has been
That has worked really well in our favor a time or two.
Yeah, because half plate, even at a +2 half plate, would be the same AC. But then I have disadvantage on stealth, so.
yeah. So you have to get like medium armor master to get around that.
But so
But that would also give you a +3 to your dex bonus instead of +2.
is there even a bard type that would give me the ability to have a shield?
Valor.
Oh. Okay.
I think anyway. I'm almost certain Valor. Could be.
Yeah.
But Valor bards were kind of like the somewhat martial ones.
Gotcha. Yeah. Where handstand, armor class of 15 plus dex, max of 2. And then you can use a shield and still gain the benefit.
Alright, well, I think the more I think about it, the resistant to lightning and fire has intrigued me the most.
Understood.
And so the thorns, the acidic repelling is great, but I don't think our time frame would allow for that.
I understand.
When you said multiple weeks.
Well, in that case, the Froghemoth armor should be available then. So, pull up my cost analysis book.
Oh, bring up toss, doing a cost analysis benefit.
Pretty much. All right. So, looking at what that would be, given its unique variety.
Oh, is it unique?
Well, not everybody has frog peanuts out there to work with. I thankfully do, to your benefit. Alright, where's the resistance?
I can already do. Ooh, how destroying against this before I do it.
So as she looks at it, this armor, once completed, which it should take me just a few days to get this done. It's mostly complete now. Just require a few things to adjust. That should be 10,000 gold pieces.
I'm giving her the most deadpan look I could possibly give.
She's giving you one right back. 4,000 flat, if you prefer.
Sounds like less that way.
But you would take trade for the hat, yeah?
Well, I was gonna say, and what would you be giving me in return for the armor I'm wearing?
Oh, well, if this is being bartered as part of the trade, well, that changes the cost. That would drive it down. The armor you have now is what? Second level enchantment?
Yeah, and it mends itself.
Right.
So you're always looking. Listen, look good, feel good, play good.
Of course.
I love that a bard is sitting right here and you're haggling yourself. I'm just like watching. Like,
What I hate is how low my intimidation is.
With a
he's angry.
second level enchantment plus
The growl comes out as a purr. Sorry.
I love it.
with the second level enchantment plus the additional quality of mending, I would say this would be closer to, let's see, 4,000 pieces off the top, so 6,000 then left.
And so this will act as a third level plus the resistances.
Oh no, of course not. This would just be the resistances. As I mentioned, the hide of the frog unit is not particularly dense, just resistant.
So you'd lose your AC. Is that what you're saying?
Two of it.
Yeah, well, maybe
That
more
said-
squishy.
You would be able to provide an enchantment or blessing on it to regain that armor class that you were wanting.
So it's 6,000 to then have to go and what turn do you do we know what each level of enchantment costs to add to an armor?
It varies. Or it has varied, depending on the enchanter.
Most incorporated.
Anything, pretty much, that you want. Anything your heart desires. If you have the coin.
It's grand for these resistances.
Well, you're not just getting the resistances, you're not having to attune to the item as well.
That is kind of what
All almost just died of fire damage, like
we did, yes.
last night.
Literally last night, yeah. Yeah,
You're just going,
Druk's not there.
yeah.
she's just going, remember that time when you exploded us with a flaming trap?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You remember that time when Daruk called lightning on your head?
I don't think I did. I do that?
No, you did not.
I was gonna
But,
say I don't think I've done that.
but I could see her saying that to me.
Remember that giant just
Personally-
kept striking us with lightning?
Personally, I think it's worth it. And I mean, look at the quality of the craftsmanship. We're talking to a master craftsman here, Rainier. You can't just haggle her down. I mean, if you want to trade your armor now and not lose the armor lose the armor class now, you can. We can also, afford to pay the woman what she's worth. I mean, she's already taking this hide hat off of our hands and is doing us a kindness to do that. So as long as she's reduced it by that cost, I mean,
Whose side are you on right now?
you're shut up.
So,
I mean, look at this quality. I mean, I'm leaving here with at least 3 leather shirts. I mean,
Well, thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Look at this craftsman. Look at the stitching here, Rainier. This is quality work. Do you have things to put in your hair?
I have the most confused look on my face currently.
As she pauses and thinks, I believe I may actually. I mean, some of the creatures we do receive here have feathers or some sort of.
If you put
Small
anything in
piece.
my hair, you will.
This isn't for you. Shush. I mean, I could braid your hair later if you wanted to. No, I was thinking something to, thread through, help hold my braid in place. I'm partial to blue.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that could be arranged. Sure.
Okay. So, say I get like 3 leather, they're just like bandolier shirts, Tony, just like a leather shirt.
Okay. Yeah, right
whatever that would cost. And then like these hair ties that I would love to have, and of course, he really should have the armor because he's only died like 1 time, but we've come very close a couple of times. And I want him to have something of quality, and I feel like, we don't always encounter this level of craftsmanship every day.
Thank you.
So, I feel like it's worth it. So if you could give me a tally, minus the hat, are you wanting to offload your armor now, Rainier, or do you want to hold on to it just in case we get hit on the road?
I'm still looking at you in the most confused fashion you've ever seen.
You hear in your head, answer their question.
How?
I'm haggling.
How do you want me to answer the fucking question?
Do you actually want to offload your armor now as a trade-in, or do you want to keep it?
We're not doing anything in the interim.
I mean, we're pretty much fast traveling to Inictal from here, right?
So,
With the multi-pack.
regardless, we're not leaving the city without armor.
I'm not there, but can't Porfir transfer enchantments from one item to another?
He could imbue his armor once we take it to him. We just have to travel from Inictal to Milvain. I think you'd be fine sans the armor class for that travel. It just takes time.
Alright.
It's just whatever the course of action of plans, because Corfers, it's like we have to word of recall to Inictal, and then we'd have to travel like the week or 2 to get to Milvain and back.
I didn't decide
And then
I
we'd have to
before
And then we'd have to travel to Medusa's lair, unless she like zaps us to her, which is also
We got.
possible.
I mean, I'm not there, but we also
Yeah.
still gotta drop off the seed of germination in the water moat.
Yeah, I think we'd go to Medusa's, grab her. Like I'm hoping that she could, because we have the stone thingy. So we go back to Medusa's, say, hey, it's time. We have what Luciana needs, and then she could bippy boppity boop us to Luciana. Is my hope and dream here, Tony.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you would be without your studded leather armor class reduction, whatever calculations you made over there, for about 4 weeks.
Or we.
Yeah, we have to travel by foot from Inictal to Milvain if you want to see Porfir.
We think that
Well, actually,
it-
you'd be 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks there.
is it more economic to wait to talk to him or to find someone in town?
It depends. If Tony tells us that any merchant that we come to would have this piece, if this is what you want, then we could do our shopping in Milvain if you wanted to.
No, I meant like the enchantment part of it. Is it more economic to go through him?
Yes, yeah. Heavily discounted via
Porfir?
Porfir.
Right?
Yeah.
He gives you a discount, not heavily, but
I mean,
a discount.
relationship
Or at
discount.
least
Well, true.
we think it's heavily.
Right. Well, so magical items cost an exceedingly large amount of money. The fact he gives you a discount is, a good amount to begin with. So,
Well, I might also be offloading something of great value to him, so heavily discounted to go through Corfir.
we'll see.
What is Jason doing?
So, he's having fun, man.
What's he doing?
Just
So-
reroll player, reroll DM.
While you guys were discussing, I was able to calculate how much all the
Oh,
stuff you
word.
offloaded to her was.
Yeah.
well, so Rainier offloaded a lot of stuff. A lot of armor, some of which was magical. The Black Pearl, the 4 longbows. Ready for your total?
Yeah. She probably wouldn't take any of like the other stuff in our like we have like a gilded wooden coffer, like
Oh
all
yeah,
of
no.
that.
She said that she will take as many items as you have for her.
Oh, okay.
And she'll have runners basically take care of selling the items.
Okay.
She'll pay you what the difference is plus a slight markup for the effort on her own part.
Okay, so hold on.
Have me tell me.
2,500.
So, total that you would receive back is 8,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit. Okay. Well,
She took 200 off the top since there was quite a few items on there. Nice. Yeah. After offloading everything, should say, tell you what, 200 off the top then, making it even 8,000.
We have 22,500 gold pieces worth of stuff.
22,000?
Yes.
You've already done the math then? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Each one of it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items at 2,500, which was a way easier calculation than going through and adding 2,500 stuff.
So as you present these, rare and effectively not exactly priceless, but exceptionally rare finds to her, she looks at them. This, I might have to take in some coffers for all of this.
Sorry, 17.5.
17.5.
17.5.
Okay. So she says, I could
No.
deal with all of this.
20. I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
So 20,000 gold pieces even.
2,500. Yeah, so 20,000 gold pieces even.
Okay. So she looks at that. I could deal with the selling of these items, taking care of them, finding the buyers, that sort of thing. Say finder's fee of 500 gold pieces for the trouble. I'll give you 19.5 right now.
Does that include Rainier stuff, whatever he gave you?
No, just yours.
Okay. Yeah,
So you gave me a total 7 from his, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Can you please donate 5,000 gold pieces to a recovery fund that Mil Privada will likely be starting? There is a prison that will be coming to a close soon, and I believe that there will be some displacement in need of funds. Some displaced individuals in need of funds.
You see you're a bit surprised. I can absolutely do that.
Thank you.
do I trust that she's doing that?
Make an insight check.
No fucking idea. 7.
Okay. You don't honestly know.
26.
26. You can see from her, she's, caught off guard, to say the least, that you've just given her 5,000 gold pieces to, effectively just for charity. That's
Manage for charity. Mhm.
Though caught off guard, she seems like she knows that this is going to a good place and she's taking care of it. She is a businesswoman first and foremost. So she looks and just, I understand. I will be sure this gets to the Grand Temple then.
Please include a dedication from the Moonstone Guard and, of course, your establishment for assisting. If they put the name on a brick or something,
That's very kind of you. Tell you what. If you give me the armor and 100 gold pieces for my trouble, I'll make sure that your armor is, she looks and done by the end of the day.
Oh, like the new armor?
Yes.
Just you trying to read my thoughts? It's just pure screaming.
I'm full pretty womaning this shit. Like,
In the most exasperated
mistake.
style, I
Huge.
just start unclipping shit.
dang it, it keeps sticking to the bottom of my cup.
I need to get a hold of some of my helpers. I'm back by the end of the day. She looks at she looks at. They don't have clocks. Well, actually, no, they would. She looks. Be back at 7. I'll have it done by then. Guaranteed.
Are you friends with the potion keeper? Potion master?
Not terribly close. I mean, we merchants, we talk amongst each other.
Do you have a recommend within the city?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a recommended potion master within the city?
Within the town of Metropolese, I think your best bet probably is to go to the general, Metropolese general. They have an alchemist on site. Very talented, very capable. They can take care of any potion needs you have there.
Wonderful.
That
And
will be how I kill my time in a very naked sense until I return.
what's the name
Listen,
of it?
how many spiders do you know that don't feel naked without their armor?
I was more concerned as you're stripping and telling me that. It felt a little strange.
It's
Trust me, I know. Understand.
Cut the door, Garen.
a virtual eyes.
I'm free,
Fair enough.
free ball.
You're not worried.
What is the name of this place, Tony?
So you're in Practical Garments, which, I believe is actually in kind of that Commonwealth Junction. So within like the first place you arrived when you were getting to Metropolis.
Beep, boop.
Amazing. I love this store. I can't wait to tell everyone that they need to shop here. And if you would like to put a little plaque up that says official outfitter of the Moonstone Guard, saviors of the city, we can totally make that happen.
Can't see why not.
I guess actually that's a good question. Is the wider city yet aware of what's transpired?
Of what? Are you speaking as to DM or to character?
To DM, because I don't
Okay.
quite. I
Yeah, no.
personally don't quite understand maybe how this has transpired
Yeah, no.
and what's been alerted and
From what you had been told earlier, from her saying, we don't do enchantments here or anything, and kind of shying away from it, you gather that she doesn't know what's happened at the Grand Temple, or that honestly, even the citizens that were in front of it may not even fully understand what they were hearing and seeing either.
so it hasn't really been released yet that there's a change of God,
I
hate
think it's
myself.
going to take months for anyone to the common people to truly grasp, the change in leadership and the tonal shift.
Gideon was kind of indicating that it's probably going to be small corrections to get them back to their normal way of life.
So, just maybe we find a way of slipping in. The disdain that has been there for any arcane expressions probably doesn't exist anymore.
So here, look, that should be interesting for business then. It unfortunately does hurt when you're trying to acquire certain rare materials that arcane practitioners not being allowed within the city cannot assist with that. Me personally, I don't really see much trouble with them, but I understand that there was some business back, before my time with college that caused some feelings.
To say, if you have any contacts that are well versed in enhancing armor in an arcane sense, I would probably strengthen those contacts.
Understood. I have a few people I could reach out to.
And if you have need of anything on the what is that, east, west, western side of the
West.
continent, there is a new trade route open through the Torndine Woods that had been previously closed for quite some time.
On the other side of the continent.
So shipments are being encouraged through that space now.
Faster transport from Star Seas would be beneficial.
Yeah,
Good to know.
don't have to go all the way around any longer.
That shipping route can be dangerous, so that's good to know. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your assistance. We truly appreciate it.
Very welcome. Thank you for your patronage. And be back by 7. I do close. I will close the shop before that, but I will. I'll be around. You can reach me still. Just knock on the door a few times. I'll eventually get it.
And I would go back.
Yeah, we'll get the potions.
Potions are probably something else. Yeah.
We won't need them.
Yeah. No, they. So it is a. So on the Metropolese General, it is a large. I'll give you the details at least to paint the picture. The teal 3-story building with teal 3-story building, yeah, with large barred windows seen from the outside. It is what looks like kind of a place of medical care. It does have that kind of that's kind of describe it. A kind of old design hospital. Where it's almost kind of a looming presence to a certain degree, but it does, have that kind of. I almost want to say like a non-warm presence to it, where you look at it and you're like, ugh, that's almost creepy.
Right.
But as you look, there are 2 additions on both sides of the hospital, where you can see there are single-story additions on either side. One of which appears to be more of a greenhouse. It's kind of this larger glass cage kind of building.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite side, maybe not the best for foot traffic, but could be useful if people need herbs and things on the inside of the hospital. There is a plaster addition to the western side, kind of southwestern side. On the first floor, definitely a more warmer aesthetic to it. That you see, there's this kind of like potion posted on the outside, where there's like sign hanging from it, outdoor entry point as well. And then when you walk in, you go through a reinforced wooden door. But when you walk inside, you see that there's a big brick chimney on the far side of the room. And there's a small jingle as the bell opens up. Or I'm sorry, as the door opens up, a bell jingles. It's fairly short in depth with a counter about 5 feet away from you. Everything itself kind of has a smaller stature, and you see a halfling Lightfoot man walk about the shop. Curly brown hair, brown eyes, and smooth skin. He stands 3'2", bit of a beefy build, oval face, very kind of cheery person. Wears pretty common clothes, has a working cloth apron, where you can see this kind of, the like oil stains and just materials that have probably been spilled on him at some point in time, crafting potions. As he's walking around, he spots you.
Oh, hello there. Tommy here. Welcome to the alchemist shop. What potions are you looking for?
All of them.
Okay, bit of a problem. We are attached to the hospital, so I do have kind of a limited stock.
Oh, that's totally fair. And we definitely wouldn't
No,
want
it's
to
like
rob
people fuck
anyone.
them. What do you have?
Don't listen to the cat.
Sorry,
We're saving
friend,
the
but,
world. These people could die.
bit harsh on your tone there. We are a place of healing here, so if you can just tone it down a little bit, I
His
appreciate that.
armor is being worked on and he's feeling vulnerable.
Oh, I see.
He walks up.
Or
Hey, buddy. You're okay, man. Just gonna let you know, this is a place of safety and comfort. I try to make sure
you do
everybody...
see my claws grow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you or anything.
Oh no, you don't see this.
No, it's me. I push his buttons.
Oh, okay.
But he really is edgy because his armor's being worked on and he's a little insecure about it. And that's okay because we are going to try and get you some healing potions,
Yeah.
some haste potions if you have
I like
any.
go fast.
Ah, I see. I don't have any on stock. I might be able. You know,
Flowers.
I can probably check a few places. Maybe I have them in storage somewhere. We don't really get the request for them too often. There are more healing potions, pretty much only here that we need.
Sure.
He's kind of scary.
Yeah, just ignore him.
I
It
wonder.
won't hurt you.
I wonder if you can get the alternative to haste potions, which is just amphetamine.
Oh yeah. You need a boost.
That's what I was gonna say. What do you mean the hospital doesn't want speed?
And then it's not a magical effect, so it can't be dispelled by
Right, yeah.
counterspell.
So is he,
Smartest damn thing this man's ever said.
Hey, then we get to start rolling for addiction, like Fallout.
Addiction.
so as he speaks to you all and everything.
Mainly deal in healing potions and that variety. So, what were you looking for? I will check the back stock though and see if we may have any potions of haste.
Sure. We are adventurers and we are coming off of a bit of a jaunt. We went to the Isle of Eternal Shadow and boy was that a trip.
Ooh,
You went there?
Yeah,
actually, we have a bunch of those salves left.
we do.
We just don't really have a use for them.
We don't. I had thought of that.
The drow paste.
The drow page.
Yeah.
They don't need to know that.
I assume that was not in character.
You will.
I'm not there.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
You will probably figure that out.
Need to know basis.
Yes.
Will those salves do anything for anyone else though?
Again, need to know basis. So
It
the
would
fact
be
is,
really good
we
if
have-
someone wants to travel there, though.
we have some special salves. First of all, the Isle of Eternal Shadow is much safer than Metropolese. Second of all,
That's good.
we have salves like that are. That wasn't a lie. There was no lie in that statement.
I mean, it's definitely better now that we killed the hag and the
Killed the hag.
we killed the hag,
Kill the giants.
killed the mind flayer.
Kill the giants.
Yeah. Well, the bad giants, the good giants are still there, but that's okay. They're very
So,
friendly.
in what way is it not much safer than it's ever been?
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's ever been because technically ever been includes the time where the gods walked this earth. It was way safer then.
My God,
Destroyed it. So
I mean,
that's a way
yes.
for making me want to stab her.
I have potions for that.
You do. Anywho, it's a really
potions.
it was a
Yeah,
really
those
cool
two.
experience. However, definitely like
So,
topper tier adventurers.
so here's the thing. One, there are special healing salves that they have there
Okay.
that allow you to more fully enjoy your full rest.
Oh, okay.
And then also when you're there, they have extra benefits that are intrinsic to the isle. So if you have anyone that wants to go there, without this, they will not make it back.
Yeah, if you get hurt, you need them.
I'll be honest. I don't know a lot of people that want to go there.
I'm just saying it has an extra benefit for there. But in general,
That's great. I don't know what to do about that, but the healing properties of them, I am absolutely interested in. Tell you what, I didn't know you guys were full on the adventuring variety when you came in. We have a lot of people come into the shop, so
Sure.
I don't really know where they've been, where they're going, that kind of thing.
Definitely fair. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just give me one moment, you see him walk over to the door that faces into the hospital. He shuts it, and you hear as he locks it. He walks over to the front door, shuts it, locks it. Okay, so now that we're alone,
oh, I thought he went through it. I'm like, on the other side.
He's like,
I was
you guys
We're
are
just
here
gonna
for the
deal with these
conversion
guys.
therapy.
This is where he introduces his side business.
Right. Yeah, I'm really excited for
This
this.
motherfucker is about to go on the enemy list.
so as he looks to you guys, so as I understand it, as he looks around, you guys are actually dealing with the arcane practitioner.
Indeed.
Right? Okay.
Oh, you don't have to whisper that anymore, but yes.
Yeah. I'm still going to. I don't know what you're talking about.
Totally.
Look, I actually do run a bit of a side business here. I do have potions of speed if that's what you're looking for. I also believe I may have some other stuff that might have a bit of extra kick to it if that's
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm just going to tell you that your skills and your ability to do this, you're going to want to stockpile that because there's a little bit of a to-do, a little bit of change in leadership here recently. And the new leadership is less frowny on the arcane thing. So if you want to like bolster your inventory to prep for a surge of interest.
You see him just shit.
What?
Yeah, it's not a problem of interest, it's a problem of demand. If you make something scarce, you can make it a bit more pricey.
Well,
Therein lies the problem.
If you're the only one in the city that can do it, you can definitely capitalize.
I am the only one in the city that does this.
Well, there you go.
But also, while you can charge a premium per, if volume picks up, we might have to drop the price. But 10 potions at 5,000 is worth more than 5 potions at 7,000.
These are true.
I hope I did my math right there.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume
No,
you
you
did.
did, yeah.
It's 5.
All right. Well, that's a good point.
35. 10 times 5 is 50. Yeah. See?
All right, so what you looking for?
Well, potions of haste, definitely. Potions of healing where possible. If you have anything with a little extra zip, I'd love to hear about it.
Do you have any go fast potions that can't be dispelled?
Well, no, ultimately, the potions of speed are effectively magical, enchantment that you're imbibing. So, there's a bit of kick to it, but yeah, no, they can be dispelled.
Are there
Do you
ones
have
that
one
are
that takes-
resistant to dispelling?
No.
What about ones that take the edge off when dispelled so the come down isn't so hard?
Ugh, I've not played around with anything like that. I mean, these potions have been tried and true tested for centuries.
If you ever dabble, I know of at least 7 individuals that would be very interested in that.
Interesting. I don't dabble that much. I mean, I don't have the ability to here quite so much. I do. I mean, to be honest, I am the person who's responsible for the healing potions for this hospital. It is a rare kind of leeway that I'm being given to be able to brew potions here. I mean, alchemy skates along the lines of arcane magic pretty heavily at times.
Sure.
So the fact that it's used for healing, I think it's kind of not exactly a blind eye, but I'm giving leniency. I don't want to necessarily risk that by messing with the formula exactly.
Definitely fair.
But the other things that I do create that really do get right up to that line. That's the thing that I like to kind of keep on the down low. So
Yeah.
well, you're looking for the potions of speed. I got what you need. I have at least 3 of them I could sell. If you're looking for any potions of healing, cover all those, even up to supreme healing if you need it.
Amazing.
And then the ones I've been working on. So they're not my design by any means, but they do have a bit of what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like an insurance policy. So you kind of, are you with them? No. Okay. He looks, if you're familiar with the spell Death Ward, it basically, oh, perfect.
Oh, I facepalm so hard.
It basically gives you that knowledge that, you happen to get knocked down, you'll get back up again. Ain't nothing gonna keep you down. Sorry, the minute I said it, I was like, I'm going for it.
I am my
Incredible.
After you drink it, will you be pissing the night away?
Yeah. And it'll take many drinks to be able to, get through it after that. Lager drink, cider drink, vodka. All right. So, these are the things, these are some of the things that they do. Basically just, gives you the ability of, if you were to be rendered unconscious, prevents that from happening.
Mm-hmm.
But like from death,
Yeah,
not just
absolutely.
from sleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
to be clear.
It does not do you part.
What did you say?
I said it does not do you part.
Oh, wow. But it would save him spell slot and or having to remember to take it. At least for however many days. Interesting. Very interesting. What else? You said you had a couple.
Yeah. So, I also have, if you're looking for something that makes you a little more aerial, potions of flying, of course. Always a favorite amongst the people who are looking to get out of the city quick. I also do have varying degrees of potions of giant strength. They are not easy to come by, so they do come at a premium. But I do have up to cloud giant strength.
I cast sending to Dorgir.
No. You want to
Just,
surprise?
hey,
What did you say?
Surprise. Do these have to be imbibed or can we throw at their face and it'll work?
you have to drink it.
Yeah, drink it.
I really want to throw it at his face.
That would be funny, and then all of us he's mad, but then all of a sudden really strong.
You know, a second that I
Yeah. No, I love this plan. You don't understand. Hey, my wonderful hammer wielding friend.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought you were really going to say, hey, my wonderful hammered friend. Which would have also been
Also
accurate.
probably true. Would you like the strength of a cloud giant?
Yeah, why not?
We gotta post it for that.
Yeah, why not?
What's this cloud giant strength?
Cloud giant strength. So,
There it is.
when you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 27
Oh,
1
okay.
hour.
Yes.
What are the other levels?
How
have,
would you
Tony?
not? You played Baldur's Gate.
So
I think they only have hill giant in that one.
No?
Do they?
Well,
they might. So it goes,
Yeah.
and so he goes up to cloud. So he also has available hill, frost, stone, and fire, of which are 21, 23 for both frost and stone. I don't know why they're listed like that.
Do they
And
give
then-
like advantage or like resistance to anything?
No, it's just strength. That's it. So yeah, I'm like, I don't really know why.
I
but-
guess maybe for people who are crafting.
yeah, if you were to like get the toenail, you're like, all right, cool, because or sorry, fingernail, because it's in there. And then 25 for fire giant.
And that is incredible.
I also only have one of the cloud giant though.
Oh,
How much are they? Yeah.
Were you looking for prices individually, or which ones were you wanting prices on?
Haste, of course. And the strengths of varying levels. I feel like we'll probably purchase more than one, but just wanna know our options.
Potions of speed, 400 apiece. The giant strengths, so going up sequentially, 400, 750 for frost or stone, 1300 for the fire giant, and then 2000 for the cloud.
So let's. I'm gonna kind of whisper. Let's put together everything we want and get a total, and then cut it by a third. And I'm whispering that to her.
1300 versus 400.
Make a self check.
400 was hill, right? For the 21. I have them.
I know your stealth's insane, but still.
Well, I rolled a 5, so 15.
Okay.
Why do you do that? You talk to me in my head.
Yeah, that's why I said you whisper telepathically.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have like turned and been like,
Use your brain words.
"Arr."
You said.
Use your brain words.
Yes.
He said he spoke it.
Okay.
Fine.
Going for it.
Go
Because
for it.
I got a nat 20, so.
Wow.
Yeah. So, continue.
And I only get. I don't. It's a straight roll, right? I assume.
Yeah?
Yeah, because. I don't know. I'm fucking proficient, so I was trying.
Okay.
But getting a 5 is bullshit. Just aggregate them.
4 times 3 is 12, right?
I'm not doing this
Yep,
math.
yes.
Ironically, if you need me to do math, let me know.
Oh, good. Do you
Out of
want me
character.
to
You're
Pay
good.
that for potion, or
Huh?
it would save you a spell slot, or if you happen to forget, we have a backup plan. I feel bad. I've killed.
I'm fine with casting it. That's what I have it for.
If you're sure.
It's one spell slot a day.
Okay.
I have
Not concentration.
Tony,
Technically,
I
I could cast it on
rolled an 18 on perception to see if he
3 or
overheard
4
me.
people.
Okay.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I didn't call for it, so. Cool.
I hate you.
Okay. So 1,200.
Only because I rolled.
Cloud for sure. You have one of
Oh,
each.
well.
One of each of the giants. Is that?
No, I do have I have a couple of the hill giants.
Okay.
And I also have actually yeah, just a couple of the hill giants. Everything else is one.
One. Okay. Do you have a particular flavor of toenail you would like to eat?
Not particularly.
No. I mean, cloud, fire, probably, and then like one frost.
Frost
Or
would probably
stone.
keep it nice and cold.
Yeah. It's like when you drink really cold milk, it doesn't taste like anything. It just goes down.
It's like cracking a cold one.
Yeah.
Hill Giant has a very earthy taste to it. Actually, no. Hill Giant would probably be really gross. Stone Giant would have the earthy taste to it.
Tastes like dirt.
Ew.
Fire giants like drinking hot sauce,
Yeah.
like a ghost
Fireball.
pepper or a reaper.
Yeah, like
Hot
like
sauce.
any of those challenge ones.
Yeah.
You're just like, ah!
And then cloud would that just be like light and airy?
Yeah, yeah.
Do I notice that the
Like one of
gnome,
the nitro brews.
Yeah.
do I notice that the gnome clocked what Rainier said? Do I notice that the gnome clocked what Rainier said?
Sure.
I just look at him and I look at him and I roll my eyes.
He gives you a nod.
So I definitely think we'll be doing the haste. All three if you can spare them.
Yeah, sure.
And then Cloud Giant for sure. Fire as well. Do you ever recommend Frost or Stone? Does one of them taste better?
Honestly, I mean, you're not exactly. You can drink the fingernail if you want, but I recommend just drinking the liquid.
Oh, it's
You
just
know.
there for steeping value.
Exactly.
It's like
Okay.
drinking the worm.
Yes, exactly. But in my personal preference, I mean, I've not actually drank them myself.
Okay.
But if I was to choose one, I'd probably go Frost.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna tell him he has to drink the toenail.
Okay.
Is this like the tequila bottle with the fucking worm in the bottom?
That's what Jake just.
It's like drinking the worm.
Or the
So you said Cloud, Fire, Frost. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then you wanted all three potions of haste. Okay. What else? Do you want the potion of second chance?
You know, we have a friend that can cast that. It's typically me. I'm the one that dies all the time. So usually,
me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
It does cost 2,000 gold pieces, so it's not exactly a cheap potion.
I
Yeah.
chortle in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, if we have that and that's free, you know.
It's not free no more.
And then potions of healing. You said you had potions of healing. That'd be good.
Oh, of course, yeah. Standard cost there, you know,
Yeah.
make them in bulk usually.
How many of each did you have?
Well, for adventures, I do keep a stock on hand. Potions of healing are probably the ones that I'm able to make. I mean, I can turn those out pretty quickly, so I've got 12 of them in stock. Comes to the greater healing, I've got 6 of those. Superior healing, I've got 3, and then I actually have 2 potions of supreme healing.
Oh,
I can kinda hold on to,
really?
so, yeah. You don't really find too many buyers, but those that you do, you make sure you have a couple on hand just in case. So
Oh, absolutely.
if you needed a stock, I could make sure that I brew those up on a semi-regular, basis.
Okay.
I can get about one of those a month brewed up. If you're willing to commit to buying them, I can make sure that I have at least one per month.
I don't know how often we're going to be in the area, but that is good to know that you have the ability and we'd be willing, because if we find that we are going to be returning in quite a bit, it's always good to have friends.
Indeed.
What's the shelf life on those?
I mean, they last quite a while, so it's more about making sure that I sell them after I make them. But adventures come through from time to time. Not everybody has the deep pockets, though. You having been to the Isle of Eternal Shadow, well, no, you do.
Good math. On a calculator. I hate math.
You hear, 1 minute. Walks up the door, unlocks it. Hey, how are you? How can I help you? You see a person, just basically in kind of a white smock on the hospital side. I need a potion of healing. Oh yeah, sure thing. Takes one out of his pocket, hands it to him. All right, see you later. Pushes him out and then just turns around. We got a bot.
Oh, get it out of here.
I'll get to them later.
Got him.
Noise. Inspiration if you don't already have it.
I do not.
Thanks.
$10,200 is what we're at. Yeah. Okay. So definitely the haste, definitely the cloud, fire and frost, definitely the 2 supreme, definitely the 3 superior. What's greater? Like the dice pool?
48 plus 4, I think.
4D.
I'm sorry, 4d4 plus 4.
I was like, what?
What?
Mimes.
What?
Decade.
Do we feel like 4d4 plus 4 is worth it? I mean, it'll keep you up from 0, but
I mean, here's my thing.
I don't know if we need all of the graders.
Oh, that's greater.
Yeah.
I mean, I still I'm just gonna remember. Like, I still got like 3 of them I haven't touched
Okay.
because potion means I know stab.
Yeah. 1,300 then. Okay.
Oops.
Myself to buy diamond. Okay. Yeah, so we'll do the 3 potions of haste, the cloud, the frost, the fire, the 2 supreme, 3 superior, and 2 greater, which I believe is 9,600 pieces.
Wait, you said, sorry, one more time? On the potions of healing? Taking
2
both supreme.
Yep, 2 supreme, 3 superior, 2 greater.
Okay.
Because I take them when I need an emergency hit.
Alright, so superior are 450 apiece.
Which is 1,350, and then the supremes are 2,700.
Yep.
And the greater should be 300.
Yep.
So I think we're at
That's correct.
9,600.
Probably. Clear it. Damn it, I typed it wrong. Wait, what was the number you had?
96. Not 9,600.
Pick something wrong. 1350 times 2. 2. 2700 plus 450. 6 plus 1200 plus 1300 plus 2000 plus 750 puts me at 99.
What am I doing wrong? The 3 heats were 400 per, right? So we have Cloud at 2,000, Frost at 750, Cloud at 2,000, Fire at 1,300, Frost at 750.
Yep.
3 potions of haste at 1,200.
Yep.
And then Supreme at 2,700.
Yep.
Superior at 1,350.
Yep.
And then Greater at 300.
Yeah.
And I get 90.
Oh, I'm sorry.
9,000.
I doubled. Yep. I doubled the greater.
Ah.
I had 300 as the total, and I forgot that does not get multiplied times 2. So you were correct. 9,600. Perfect.
All right, so this is where I'm at. Let's see. Any bulk discount?
Bulk discount. Okay. Well, if you can commit to coming back here next month for a Supreme, I can knock. I'll knock 400 off the price. Bring you down to 92. Your adventurers, what's a month?
It's the commitment to a month.
I don't know if we'll be alive.
Yeah, the world may end next month.
Sorry,
you know,
what?
I'm not there. I was joking. I said,
Okay.
you know, the world may end next month. We don't know.
Okay.
Yes. You're just perma connected. Just start talking.
Mentally.
Thank you for specifying.
It's good. It's good.
What's he gonna do if we don't show up in a month?
He'll break our knees.
Oh.
Then why do we care? Also, is that the most he's willing to do?
Probably not. No, but you've been shifty, so. Let's see. How about this? We have some seafaring compatriots that happen into the ports quite a bit, and they get themselves into some tussles. How about I make an introduction, and if they guarantee they come back in a month, they can fulfill our Supreme.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. I wish you the best of luck in your ongoing relationships and future lucrative through our partnership with them.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If you're looking to make any sort of investments into any sort of businesses that would make sure that during this time of transition they're able to sustain themselves, I'd be happy to extend my offer to potentially, I'll say, venture out on my own and not have to deal with the hospital. But I would say after arcane practice is more widely accepted within the greater limits of Metropolese, because as of right now, well, I assume things are still a little tense.
Actually, do you have any experience with psychological damage recovery?
What do you mean?
I have a feeling that there will be a significant influx of individuals housed in a particular facility for containing those individuals, with the sole expression of converting their thinking to a different ideology that will probably become displaced and will be in need of assistance of potentially the arcane healing variety. That
Oh, I see. Not so much, no. I mean, the potions of healing only really extend so far as physical damage.
It sounds like the hospital may be busy with more the counseling variety at that point.
Well, definitely, for sure. I was just thinking if someone like you could maybe do some research to help these individuals, I might be able to put you in contact with leadership to enforce that. Maybe a agreement could be met of exclusivity.
Would make business pretty good.
Guaranteed income.
Yeah. If I'm able to work on more experimental designs for potions and actually get the ability to try and see what I can brew up, then yeah. I'd love to actually do a bit more of that.
Well, I'd be happy to put you in contact with our recently elevated friend.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Well, give me a moment. I'll collect all your things.
What was the total toning again? 92?
92.
92.
Yeah. 92.
With discount.
Sorry. Yeah. As it takes him just a few minutes, you see him kind of go around the shop and kind of reach behind different objects, like to have certain things stored away and not quite such a visible sight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As he eventually does produce the items that you have requested. 3 potions of healing, potion of Cloud Giant, Frost and Fire Strength, and then the potions of healing that you've asked for in addition to speed. So. All right, well, pleasure doing business with you, and go ahead and, whenever you can, make sure that your contact at the docks will eventually get to my side of the place, and, we'll see what business we can drum up together.
I will certainly do that. I believe that they will send you to Bug.
Okay. A bug?
Her name is Bug.
Oh, okay. All right.
They've been to hell and back, literally.
Tiefling?
I don't remember.
She's a Geblin. Half goblin, half devil.
No. She's a unique individual.
Okay. Well, it'll be nice to meet her.
She's a creature.
Attractive, too, if,
My kind of variety? Sure. I mean, great.
Alright. I will let her know.
All right.
That she's attractive.
Yes.
Yeah, you see him kind of confused after that. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this information.
All right. Any more shopping to do, friend?
Potentially enchantments, but I think that's best done with Corfer.
Probably. You guys have anything shopping wise?
So I was gonna say I was under the impression because he was a creature that I would maybe not be able to resurrect Gordon. But if I could have, I either would have done it on the boat or I would do it
Okay. Yeah. No, you can.
at the next. Like I would have prepared it so I could do it today.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Get the band back together. We also have to pick our horses up.
Oh shit! I
That's
forgot.
what I laughed at earlier.
Uh,
I was like, they've been there for like weeks.
completely forgot on my own end. So cool. But yeah, no, you absolutely can revive Corfer. Jesus.
Gordon.
Gordon, yes, thank you. You can revive him here. I don't think he's been dead for longer than 10 days. It took you a while to get back to the mainland, though, so he may have been.
Well, he was in the bag though, right? So would that
He's preserved.
reduce the time
Um,
or no?
interesting point. Let me look at that real quick. Effectively, whoops, I mistyped that. Yeah.
I don't recall if I have that detail in the bag of holding or not. Let me look here. So. Okay, it's a little vague, but let me look at the spell that we're kind of, basing this off of a bit.
It does just say has been dead less than 10 days. However, I do have resurrection. It just takes a bigger damage.
You know what? I would say that with the way gentle repose, because that's effectively what we're talking about in terms of the ability to preserve dead items such that decay is halted. And the way that the bag of colding is described, items, though the items do not age or decay while inside the bag, granted. Oh no. Interesting. The bag is only able to hold organic material such as food. Well, no, it's sorry, or such as food, not specifically. Okay, yeah. All right, so we're distinguishing things in this description. I may need to streamline it, but I would say that with the way that the bag of colding is described. It is effectively the spell Gentle Repose. I may change the way that the wording is written on that so that it is kind of clear and cut. That effectively any dead items brought within the bag are under the effects of Gentle Repose. Okay. Or dead creatures for that matter. So that's effectively kind of what we're looking at here. So yeah, I would say that the time limit would be extended for Raised Dead.
Okay. Then I would have prepared that this morning, so I just swapped out one of my spells, and I would work on using Raised Dead on Gordon.
Okay. And where do you guys perform this ritual then?
In the middle of the street.
Hell
Yeah, I assume we kind of need a reasonably private place.
There's three.
Is there anybody you would want to ask specifically, Dorgarian, about where or a place you had in mind?
I mean, Dorgir would probably just be fine with doing it anywhere in the middle, like right in the middle of the street.
Let's rent out a warehouse room or something.
Yeah. Since we got up in the morning, could we have talked to Gideon before, like, after the Melprovada thing?
Yeah, sure.
So I would have just asked him, is there a place where we can privately resurrect our Gorgon friend? And
Yeah, sure. What were you looking for? For maybe one of the warehouses by the docks, or were you looking for somewhere a bit more ceremonious? I'm sure probably there's a chamber within the Grand Temple you guys could use if you wanted to.
yeah, I mean, just really any place. I mean, we just don't want to freak people out pulling out a Gorgon corpse and
Then it coming to life. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you tell me where would you want to perform it? We can probably make it happen.
I guess in the temple, but
It's fine.
if everyone's okay with that.
Okay. I would say probably maybe in the one of the the under temple catacomb area.
Okay.
One kind of that we passed through. I don't know if bringing a Gorgon back to life within the main chambers seems good. Although getting it out of that would also be a attack. Maybe outside of the Grand Temple would be better.
Warehouse
actually.
is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Let me look around. See things. There are they're the chambers. Honestly, they're the some of the places outside of the Grand Temple. We could probably perform this too. The Immortal Vanguard might have some options there, or Steward's Garrison. There are some training areas in this kind of section back here that I'm sure we probably could access. Centurions and everything. we do have the ability of, kind of keeping the area free of, the common folk effectively. So I think that should work.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Well, here, just follow me. So as it leads you out the Grand Temple, then eventually you'd find kind of a quiet space. As he's walking you kind of down the side, and you can actually get a really good look at the side of the Grand Temple at this point, and it is truly huge. I mean, with the relation for the size of some of the buildings in Metropolese, like, it's absolutely enormous. And as you begin kind of walking down path and looking at the structure, it's almost a bit gaudy to your aesthetic for, especially where you come from, and to that end, Dorgarian, you as well. I mean, it is massive in terms of its size and grandeur. But as he leads you down the main thoroughfare, and you guys kind of see, or not thoroughfare, but the adjacent street, he kind of leads you into where it's like, it's kind of like not exactly a grove, but a small opening amongst some trees. That's somewhat private. It's like, with this work, kind of away from eyes and everything. So,
Yeah, and I think being out in nature is probably
Surrounded by rocks.
Okay. Well, if you want me to stay here, I can, or I can just lead you to it.
Ooh, everybody's welcome.
Kind of hoping you were gonna lead me to it.
no. You can.
I didn't say you had to stay. I said you're welcome if you want.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Well, you guys have a good resurrection. As he kind of walks away awkwardly.
Thank you.
You can tell he wasn't really sure where to go from there.
All right, guys. Bop shoo body doo, bop shoo body doo, bop shoo body doo.
I'm purposely sabotaging this.
Yeah. You're busy elsewhere.
Bop 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 doo.
Actually,
Just hear
listen.
Rin's voice in the background.
No, I'm the
Your
one
head.
just chucking pebbles at each of them.
Can't believe Pat's missing this, man. Ugh.
I know.
You can't just throw treats at Gordon yet. He's not alive to eat them.
Just plink, plink.
He's probably unconscious with a cat on him right now, so he's probably dreaming it. He feels it.
Yeah.
We're probably in his dream
No,
right
sure.
now.
So as you turn the bag of colding inside out. Is there anything else in there besides Gordon?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we can just kind of
I
like.
don't know what's in there.
I'm sure there probably is. Yeah.
Hold on.
Is Bog's
Pat
arm
keeps
still in
the
there? No,
list.
you guys, that has been.
that has been
Yeah.
Hold.
removed.
I think. I mean, I can just grab like. I can just like reach in and grab like Gordon by like the horns, and he can just like pull the bag. And then,
So he has it in his inventory, but he doesn't have anything in the bag.
No, he has a list in his notes of what's
Yeah.
in the colding bag of colding. I don't know what's in it.
didn't
The
bring
problem though is that
stuff.
Pebble it.
Gordon
No.
can't fit through the opening of the bag of colding.
Then how do we get him in there?
You shrank him
We did.
to fit him in there, but that shrinking would wear off while he's in there. So he would return normal size. So to get him out, you have to turn the bag inside out, which means everything inside of it is dumped.
Okay. Well,
That's
I
fine,
imagine
we can just put the stuff back in.
You can,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I was just wanted to paint the picture as you turn the bag inside out.
And there's all these guards
and
that see us,
Yeah.
see all these body parts drop out. We go,
Yeah, in the background, you see these guards kind of walking, and like imagine you seeing all this happen. You're all focused on it. The guards kind of start coming, and then you see Gideon from like off screen, out of frame, just walking and push him away.
No, it's fine. It's
okay.
fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, exactly.
move along.
Yep.
I imagine it's like Gordon and a random tentacle and some brain matter.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Like, there's like appendages in jars.
And then just a bunch of like loose harvested bits of creatures that have been floating
yeah.
in the ethereal.
Yeah, with
Just
some
a couple of melons.
and
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a couple psychedelic mushrooms mixed in for flavor.
Absolutely, right? Yeah. If you were to make something, it's hell.
I pick up one of the mushrooms, like, oh, I forgot where that was.
Oh, I've been thinking about this.
Yeah. So as you
oh, hold on, we have a list.
Oh,
you do?
baby, are you watching? Hi.
A Zugnal brain parts, a painting of Darwin,
Oh yeah.
in a bag of colding?
Mithril ore ball,
Again, why are these in the bag of
a
colding?
kale statue, 1 pound egg with bright red shell.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that
I remember that
mithril
one.
ball! I
Troll
forgot
nails.
about that.
So you know it's good.
So you know it's good.
Again, why are these in the bag of colding?
These Ugnal brain parts totally make sense.
Yeah. Sorry.
But everything else.
the painting.
Probably
Yeah.
just because he doesn't have a bag of holding, so he was like, "Oh, I'll stick it in this one."
yeah.
Well, I think the mithril. Don't question my methods. I think the ore ball was in there because he stole it from a deer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because Bucky had died.
That tracks.
Yeah, it sure does.
The 1 pound egg with bright red shell. If that's what I think it is, that was found a while ago.
It sure was. We've been saving it for Corfer.
Okay. I want to hear what Pat. Yep, stolen and forgotten. Okay, yeah, cool. All right, right on.
Stolen and forgotten.
Okay. All right.
Where did we steal that
I
from?
was gonna say, was I here when you guys got that? 'Cause
No.
I don't remember that.
That's the thing. I'm like, if that's the egg I think it is, that is from the volcano.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Which confirmation from Pat? I forgot the exact. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because it was the one intact egg that we found there because we found a bunch of crushed ones.
Uh-huh.
I'm so fucking excited, Tony!
I mean, it's been literally
It's been-
chilling. Yeah, it's been.
I thought we said it was dead, though.
All right. So,
It is now.
yeah, right, yeah.
I'll
He's
resurrect
a
that
thief
too.
and he's
Yeah,
stolen
no,
a dragon.
it was dead. Is dead, but there are, it's intact. So hey.
I think we offered it to Ashara, and she's like, I'd prefer like a bigger
yeah.
one.
Yeah, she's like that's a little small for me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. When you have Gordon's body, then it is currently. I mean, it's it's just strung about on effectively what's a lawn, or grove area. It's on grass. So
Makes a clunk.
yeah. So how do you prepare?
First, we gotta draw the pentagram.
Yeah.
I guess I have to do this my way. I probably can't do it your way. Yeah, I assume that I would. I'm not gonna like dig up the grass, but probably create sort of a large circle with a lightning bolt in it in the earth. And then start. It is an hour-long ritual, so start whatever chanting and magical gesturing and things that go along with casting the spell. Yeah, probably not too much beyond just the lightning bolt in the dirt and sort of praying to Adlac to restore our friend.
And as the ritual progresses, you do note that the sky does have some more clouds kind of just seemingly magically appear almost out of nowhere. As eventually the 10-hour as eventually the sky, from what you can see, it has been obscured by thunderclouds as thunder does roar and roll, and as no actual storm truly forms, but you do hear that ever-present kind of storm above, so no rain or precipitation or anything of that variety. But you do hear that thunder and the crack of lightning begin to kind of rumble above, as eventually the hour completes. And how do you want to
I
have it happen?
did kind of imagine that it would cap off with a lightning bolt coming down, and Gordon kind of raises up. Almost like it places him on his feet as it brings him back.
All like Beauty and the Beast, the transformation scene where he like.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Dear Adlac, we paid our premiums. Please accept our claim.
And with the
Bring back
light,
our cow.
and with the striking bolt hitting Gordon and raising him off the ground, hooves now planted. The light fades after that huge flash. Clouds part. Gordon standing there in place. You see that glow to his eyes return. And you see that tiny little puff of green smoke come out of him. As he kind of walks around a little bit, seemingly a little confused and a little off kilter, but he kind of looks around and sees you revere. He comes up and kind of nuzzles against you.
I feed him a rock.
And you hear that kind of crunch as he just digs right into it.
I would also cast heal on him. Yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
70 HP.
Nice. All right.
So he's at 71. I don't know what his max health is actually. So
I think he's like 100 and something.
okay.
I'm not sure actually. We're
114 is his max.
okay.
So 71.
And as he walks up to you and the healing applied and everything, you kind of pet him and everything, and I assume anyway.
Yeah.
The cold steel plating of Gordon's body, not exactly the most pleasant thing to necessarily rub against. But he does seem to be at least I was gonna say in better spirits, but he's absolutely
He's no
not
longer
dead,
a
so-
spirit.
Yeah, exactly. So
All right.
he is back. But when you pet him though, you do feel like what feels like a bit of almost like a bit of like static around him, which maybe because he's metal and got struck by lightning, bit of a charge to him right now. But you feel that well, God, what are those things called? The electric spheres that cause your hair to stand up on end. You see Daru, you see Dorgaren's hair get a little fuzzy when he does it. But yeah, Gordon is back.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. What's next? You guys eventually sync back up?
Yeah, I mean, I would go see if there is a place in the city with my people. I would,
Oh, did I just do something really dumb?
what'd you do?
I just thought of something. Word of recall is that I'm trying to remember how many creatures it is. Me and up to 5 willing creatures.
Yeah, I thought we were planning on resurrecting
Him back
Gordon in an Ictal for that reason.
Yep, forgot about that.
Okay. The long way it is.
What did you do? How'd you break us?
As you realize after resurrecting him, damn it!
Why did we raise them up?
I mean, he's one, right?
Gordon's going back in the grave.
Well,
Hilarious.
hold on. Can we shrink him, put him in the bag, and then I'll immediately teleport us, and then we just immediately pull him back out of the bag?
Actually, okay.
There are other people that have the ability of turning into things that might make things a little bit easier in terms of your travel time too.
So
I
actually,
mean, I could get into the bag of holding and just like have a straw sticking out.
No, you can't. You're too big to fit into it. It's got a wide, wide
Turn
opening.
into-
Yes,
I
could
can-
also
I can-
change into something.
hold on.
I could turn into a rat or
Yes.
something.
Here's a serious question. This cow has made our life a pain in the ass because he's always there and we would deal with him.
Yeah. But he's so stamina.
So now we have this thing where we can just call a giant bug whenever it does all the cool things. He has a thing where he can call his giant mountain whenever he wants, so it does cool things. How do we turn something into?
That's a corporate question. But I bet he could.
No. Pat's answer. Don't talk about Dorkiran like that.
I want to turn this metal cow into a trinket.
Yeah, it would be really cool. I bet. I just said that 3 times for no reason. That Corfer either has some kind of thing of storing that you could like pop him in and out of, or something that makes him like a statue part of the time to make him for easier travel.
That's not very nice to Gordon. Gordon is a person.
I'm pretty
He
sure.
is not.
I'm pretty sure Trinket was very happy in the necklace. Thank you very much. And he didn't die.
Just trinket.
The bear.
Critical roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of the characters had a necklace, and she would pop her bear in and out of it. Like if he got a critical hit on him before he died, she'd pop him in the necklace, which kept him in a state of stasis until she could pop him back out, heal him.
Which is the fix that Ranger, like Beastmaster Ranger, needed to begin
True
with.
fact.
Yeah.
True fact.
But I just feel like keeping them in the trinket all the time would.
You don't have to keep him in the trinket
Would
all the
what?
time.
Yeah, conversely, like you're just
Would
like,
be-
all right, time to hop in here because
it's
we need to
very-
go somewhere.
Yeah,
just if
she would
we're
ask nicely too. She'd be like, Trinket, can you ramp in here?
Oh no, team viewer timed out.
Oh,
All right, well,
no.
Yeah, like if we're climbing a mountain or
Yeah, that way
going
he
into
can
a
stay
very
with us always.
dangerous situation that we don't want him to get hurt in.
Yeah,
So
pop him
essentially-
out at the top of the mountain, be like, "Look, Gordon, you climbed Mount Everest."
So it's like it's a Pokeball,
it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gordon, I choose you. You gotta catch all the Gordons.
Wait, did someone steal
Now
my
I
joke?
need a baseball hat
Yes.
that I can flip around
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
when I'm getting serious.
Absolutely, you do.
Oh.
Then you guys can Poke battle
Perfect.
together. You choose giant stag beetle. Choose
Yes.
Did the I choose you?
1000%.
I think it was,
What?
I choose you.
I choose you?
Oh,
She did.
I did that.
in
Which-
chat. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Sorry, get the flag.
Yeah, also good.
Getting the flags.
You. That joke's for somebody else.
I love it. Anywho. Yeah, so we could definitely talk to Corfer about that. That's a thing that we could do. For sure. Meanwhile, I don't know how we get him to the town, but you think on that.
Somebody gets in the back
Gets
as
in
a small
the back.
creature. They only have to be in there for like 10 seconds.
I was saying I can go in the bag. Just give me a straw.
Alright.
Not to volunteer a child, but Izzy could too. She may not even.
She might be
shape-
big enough to just fit in.
Yeah.
Is the problem is your thing only for so many people and that way it's
6 total.
Yeah.
6 total.
I can slaughter the cow.
I don't want to pay to resurrect him again.
But how does that work? 'Cause it's just full on souls. Can it no longer absorb a soul?
Correct.
So it just does normal killing?
Yeah, just normal killing. Yes.
Okay.
Just the normal.
Yeah, just the normal type.
Yeah. Tony, are my people in the city? And then also, we don't have to do this on stream, but we're gonna buy some more diamonds.
Buy some more diamonds. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of varying variety.
Yeah, we can talk about
whatever
that.
We
we
can also
need.
just wait till we get
Post-stream
for when we're going to a filler session chapter.
So, I mean, I have 3 diamonds for Raise Dead and 3 diamonds for Resurrection.
Okay.
So the only ones I don't have are for Revivify.
Do you need diamond dust or anything?
I have 300 gold worth of diamond dust for Greater Restoration.
All right, if you feel like you're good.
So I've got 3 of each. So it's really just Revivify.
Which one is that?
That's a 3rd level within a minute. I could resurrect somebody.
Right, but what?
So they cost 3.
That being said, I assume you didn't expect us to shop for 3 hours tonight.
Not quite, but you know, happens. I mean, shopping episodes do tend to normally go long. We have RP and stuff.
Yeah.
It happens.
You gotta haggle.
You do.
Where? What is it?
You already talked to her.
I did. I did? You're fucking kidding me.
Practical Garments has a blue shingle roof. And they do
Okay.
They
Well,
have
while we were there, I would
furrier
have been
and leather working for cuts.
waiting for some picking up on the blue hints.
Her name, the name of her shop rather, does not follow the normal blue in the
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Because of the town that she's in.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I wouldn't have left if I'd known.
We're going back.
Oh yeah, we are going back.
She also didn't know you either. That
Yeah.
didn't matter. So, well, what'd she have?
That place can make armor and stuff that doesn't require attunement.
Yes. So she works with rare hides from creatures.
Okay.
So bring Gordon should be interesting. Just kidding.
I would give Gordon some sort of protection.
Oh no, I meant like she would make protection out of him.
I would make protection out of her then.
Yeah, for sure. The permanent bride,
best
as in,
clap back.
You're just gonna kill.
Yeah.
So fucking quick. That was incredible.
It's the. Have you watched Andor season 2 by chance?
No.
Okay.
I've heard it's
spoiler
good.
alert, at one point, K2SO holds up the body of like a bad guy and uses him as a human shield. Even though it's K2SO, like he's bulletproof. He just did that like as a statement, effectively, which I love. But yeah, like that. Like, yeah, I'll make you armor. Holding up a dead body.
Incredible.
Or like in Deadpool and Wolverine, or Wolverine and Deadpool, when
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like the nice Deadpool, and he's like
Absolutely.
only to find out that he's not.
Yeah,
He doesn't regenerate.
Terrible.
Yeah. And then he then kept doing it.
Yep.
So, so as we'll kind of close this RP session out, as you go back to Practical Garments that night, and you do kind of knock on the door. She doesn't answer immediately because it is past closing time at that point. A couple more knocks. She then comes to the door. You see her open up. Welcome back. I do have your armor finished, so it is ready for your testing. If you need any adjustments, we can perform that now as well. So, come on in. She gestures inside.
While he's in the change room,
Yeah.
But I go to a changing room.
you're putting your armor on.
Check it off out here.
I shove you into a changing room.
Sure.
I will.
People are naked under the armor.
No,
You
well,
might-
you need a mirror. You gotta see your mirror self and all that.
If you're naked under your armor, you're gonna chafe real bad.
Facts.
Sure.
Yeah. Bear with.
Unless you just don't wear armor.
Yeah.
Or else naked.
Oh.
I'm watching Big Bang. Ooh, so breezy.
I would say that I would ask her if she has ever been to Centralia.
You see her look. Oh, yeah. Some time ago, my former adventuring days.
Yeah, I got my hair done there, Tufts Blue Tufts.
You said. Sorry, the name one more time. Couldn't
It's
wait.
Tufts Blue Tufts, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tuft blue tufts.
Tuft Blue Tufts.
You see her look. Oh, interesting. I hear they do great work.
They do. They do. Oh shit. I had her name and then I lost. I was gonna name drop her last name. Blue.
Do you need it? I got
Blue
it.
Surge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Alexandrine, quite the philanthropist from what I understand.
Indeed, indeed. I had hopes that you would know of her.
Oh, yes. We met once before.
I am related by a familial ties in a way.
Interesting. And you see her kind of recognize it, then I actually do see the resemblance.
I mentioned the last time I was here that there's been some shifting of power within the city. Recommended stocking up certain items. There may be an inroads with leadership, interest in information gathering from those in the know. It would be a point of contact, need to know basis, but leadership is interested if you would know anyone that would be interested in those kind of ties.
I would, yes. Is there a certain interest in communicating back to, hypothetically, if there was a place such as a home office, that that would be where the desired communication goes through and to?
Possibly, yeah. I don't know that I'd want to connect the two parties directly. You know,
Have someone act as a liaison. I understand. I do have some runners that may be able to facilitate certain information being passed between certain parties.
that would be advantageous. I think there's going to be a bit of a rooting out of rot, if you will. But
See her look and kind of just to make sure we're thinking of the same thing, not of a particular ancient variety, but more of a more recent
yes,
development. You see her nod. I understand.
although I am also involved of the ancient variety. We are working on that as
So I've heard Moonstone Guard. Your tale does spread quite wide.
well. We seem to be in the habit of sticking our noses where they don't belong. I'll say that at least. But yes, I think the leadership here would be helpful to know someone with an ear to the ground that could trim some of that fat.
Well, such
But
a
also-
person, if there was such a person within the walls of Metropolese, I'm sure they would find it to be very advantageous for them to do so. As well as dutiful.
Sure, of course. You know, but, maybe there's some inroads of uncovering old artifacts. I do know that the temple under the temple could use some renovation.
Interesting. What were you doing there?
Ridding the wrong.
So you pause and think for a moment. So you're kind of pausing to think. There are certain places where one makes sure they say things in a very careful manner, and just in case any prying ears or eyes would find themselves within that place. The rot that has been removed, is that what was, we'll say, towards the highest points in that structure?
I will mind link with her and say in her mind that the false mill bravada has been lost.
You see, like, kind of, you see relief on her face. Oh, this is much more convenient. Okay, so then, Mel Pravada has, from what I understand, acted weird beyond my life, out of character, eventually taking the church in ways that should not have been.
Yes.
Now, communicating such things within the walls of Metropolese would often land those individuals finding in need of redemption. Those individuals would then come back, seeing the light and not themselves necessarily. their actions would then mostly revolve around their normal duties and affairs, whilst also making sure that they would then attend church at the Grand Temple. Devout worship. So, I'll ask quite plainly. Mel Pirvada had been replaced.
By a follower of Ashery.
Oh.
But the original Mel Pravada is imprisoned. She has been restored.
You see her kind of breathe easily. That is a relief.
And I believe the prison is in the process of being dismantled, which is what our donation was to help with.
I understand all too easily now. I heard some unusual things throughout the day, that there was some sort of grand display of the righteous incandescence in front of the temple at dawn, which hasn't happened for decades. Not quite a century, but I think somewhere around that would make a lot of sense as to why that occurred. So, it then sounds like Metropolese is truly in the debt. So, if I may also ask a more personal question, then. Are you the daughter of a Senna?
I am.
She looks... I remembered.
You do?
I was actually around during your training. Briefly, very briefly. You wouldn't remember me, but you were a scoundrel.
Still am.
So you are. Well, you see her walk over and just reach out to shake Rin's hand, kind of like clasp it. She looks to you and speaks. It is a pleasure to meet you, officially.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Again.
Rin Makara, it has been... You've been on quite the trajectory.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
You did not do well back.
I wasn't well suited for what I was being trained for.
No, but it seems like you really come into your own.
Yeah, apparently fire is my thing.
Well, please keep that out of my shop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've died 3 times now.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Only once since I've been around?
Yeah, really only once since I've met my new friends.
Well, do your duty to make sure that she doesn't die again.
Yep.
Good. So, we're old friends, in some regard. Well, maybe it's time the shop has a bit of a name update then, if that is the case.
I would love that.
To think of something a little more, I don't want to say blue because it's not a sad moment, but, fitting of our aesthetic.
Well, I look forward to returning to the city and seeing your shop's new name.
It would be worth some workshopping.
I almost didn't catch it. I'm not going to lie. The blue shingles helped.
Well, one does have to operate in a bit of a careful manner when operating within these city walls.
Yes. Yeah, we got in a little bit of trouble when we first landed here, so.
Be kind of a tight spot. Speaking of, it's quite the fetching piece of armor you're wearing, good sir. I am a professional, though, so I expect no less.
How's it feel?
Firebolt me.
Not
in
the
this shop. Outside.
Fire and lightning?
Stare.
I
Just
believe-
imagining. Was it Super Troopers with the fucking
Oh yeah, the bulletproof piece. Yeah.
cod piece?
Yeah.
I believe Gideon will be the one that you will want to get in contact with. If you'd like me to facilitate a first meet, I'm happy to tell him. Unless you want to follow the dead drop format, which that's totally fine.
Dead job format is normally what we would prefer. But I will get in contact with him. Gideon, Captain Gideon?
Yeah.
Oh.
He might be elevated. We're trying to give him a nudge. He's a good guy.
Good. Honestly, not that I didn't doubt him already, but I always thought that he had potential. So I suspect he'll come into it.
I think so too. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's had some pretty good ideas to start anyway.
Be refreshing, given that we certainly need a lot. So, good. Well, I won't keep you anymore. I know that you're very busy. What I've heard, Moonstone Guard, saving Metropolese now as well. You've amassed quite the debt on you, on your shoulders for this continent.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the biggest one is yet to come.
Well,
Keep
if I
an
can
eye
help.
out for the Shattered. Don't let them fall. We warned Mill, Bravada, and of course Gideon Mill, but any help that you can provide in keeping the city safe as much as you can. I know they pop up every now and again, but your city is by far the least infested we've encountered.
There was one good thing that did come from the stewards. They do run a very tight ship.
It's gonna be like, cool. Let's go get Corker.
We're going to Inictal. Anything that you need communicated while we're there?
Don't care. Let's go.
If you have any arcane contacts, letting them know that Metropolese is not exactly a safe haven by any means, but that they may slowly begin to work their trade into the walls again, then I think that would be good. But I don't have anything specific.
Yeah,
Well, I
let's go get
will.
Corfer. Let's go.
We have some arcane friends on the Isle of Eternal Shadow. We'll be connecting with our arcane friends in Inictal, and I think Metropolese would be a nice midway point between the two.
I think so as well.
Excellent. I was looking at the Metropolese.
I'll tell Mom you said hi.
Wait, you said, oh,
Please do.
For there.
Give her my
No,
best.
I mean,
It's too long.
Milbane is just turning into just a magic hotbed, so. But
Well, here's the thing. When we get to Milbane, Emily knows that Corfer has a teleportation circle. So I just need another one. Or I need, Do you have to have one? You have to go from one to one? You have to create one to go to one?
When you're casting the teleportation circle spell, yes. But to be able to teleport to one, no. You can cast teleport to get to a teleportation circle.
Perfect. So
How
I just
much-
need the endpoints, and then you can get us back to Towel. So once we get to Milbane, we can go back to Towel.
I mean, how much would you pay us to have a teleportation circle directly here?
Oh, I wouldn't want one directly here. That is...
Yeah, that would be against protocol on like 6 different.
Why?
Teleportation circles are exceedingly rare, and they are very coveted, so I wouldn't want one within my shop. But to have access to one, that is
You said it was rare and coveted.
right, but I don't want one within my shop. That's a lot of attention and a lot of things to make sure don't land in your teleportation circle. It requires warding. There need to be defensive magics, but also an actual guard usually within that space too. There's a lot that has to go on.
Have
with
some
that sort of-
tolls, toll bridge.
Yeah, no, we don't want that much foot traffic through here.
No.
It's more about secrecy than
Magic
public
is a pain in the
knowledge.
ass. That's why they start mumbling.
It sure can be, but you know what? We get you from point A to point B faster, and you don't seem to have had a problem with any of my spells on you except for the bell. Which, speaking of,
Bing! Very fun.
I
I
need
hit her with a nail attack.
Okay. Yeah.
Are there still Constitution saving throws?
Are you talking? No. Well, no. You don't transfer lycanthropy that way.
Damn it!
You have to bite her.
how.
Yeah.
If it's just a nail attack, you take 1 point of damage.
If you bite me, I'm telling smoking.
Not that kind of bite.
Yeah, but she'll still kick your butt.
Yeah, actually, nail is more than that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just doing it to make a point,
Yes.
literally.
Ah! Oh.
Go in your home. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's go to the street. I'll firebolt you.
People street. Yeah.
Take a firebolt.
Oh, okay. Oh, on a serious note, what is the name of that armor?
I have to make it.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if she can make anything for me. Maybe not right away.
You mean like there's a leather something or other?
Like a clothing item or something.
Maybe. I mean, if you're looking for like a bracers of defense or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really use the spell defense portion of my bracers.
Yeah.
You need a new loincloth?
You know, the second that we all get rid of spell defense, he's gonna do nothing but spells.
It's a little cinched on the bottom. It's riding a little high.
20.
Yeah.
Kill.
There is actually there's actually a bit of armor for you, but conflicting deities. So
Oh.
there is hide armor that would work well with you that I made, but
But then I would lose my AC from con.
or would you?
Oh.
But the problem is that it is from a god. So how would Moon Mommy feel about that? You cheating on her with the bear god. So anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But anything else you guys want to do before we wrap up the game, and then ultimately we'll probably end it with you guys Ward of Recalling, assuming that's what you're doing, back to Enictal.
Do it.
Okay. Well, as we'll just make this easy.
A bag.
Yep. Izzy hops into a bag of holding momentarily. Daruk, you say the word of recall.
I wait a minute. No.
Do we need to get her like a reed to stick out the top?
Yeah.
You wait
just-
exactly 50 seconds, and then
Yeah.
No, I immediately word of recall for the 5 of us that are outside of the bag and Gordon.
So what's your word of recall then?
Oh.
there's
So I
a place
feel
like
I want to take this. There you go. And as the thunder clap occurs, you guys vanish from the spot that you're standing and right back in your home.
It's our home!
Immediately pull Izzy out of the bag.
And we'll pick up there.
Probably by the ankle.
Nice, yeah. Child. Like boy.
She's gone. She's gone blue.
I imagine like we just hear a clatter and like immediate feet rush.
Yeah. You probably hear like clatter of probably some sort of like cup or plateware or something. Just Jesus. And then the feet coming down.
Yeah.
And probably a pair of small feet running up to meet because Izzy's obsession with Ashara, of course. But we'll pick up there next time as we'll get back into what your adventure continues through the town of Inktal before going on again. So, all right, well, we'll call it there. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. And we'll be back next week with the continued adventures of the Moonstone Guard. All right, everyone have a good night. And it's going to be kind of a weird outro again because unfortunately I have to remote into the desktop because I got kicked out through my normal remote session, which then mutes it. So